Okay, so I still have a little bit of StreamYard's time and let me go live. Oh, first and foremost, let me post this link in case anybody wants to come in here. Maybe this time we'll think to copy it. And that way nobody can come in later and say, oh, you didn't give me the thing. Because you guys know me, I will forget. And hell, we don't even know if anybody's going to come in here, but they may. Hey, the real Solomon. Oh, I want to go to sleep. I was asleep, and I woke up, and now it's like there's some the guys out in Arizona are live. They're watching cops. I went and watched that for a little bit, but that's just gonna get me geared up. That's not gonna put me to bed. Hey James. Hey Keeper the List. Hey Matt. Hey John. Oh, y'all gonna sing Rockabye Baby to me? I don't know. I figured gotta do something. It's just I ain't haven't been in bed that long. Oh, I'm supposed to be pinning a link. See, I done got distracted that quick. I'm gonna pin the link. That way, if anybody wants to come up and join me, well, they can. Oops, hold on. I had to mute myself for a minute. Pin message. Ooh, yeah. I'm happy. I wish I'd have done it on my birthday. That would have helped a lot. Hey, Margaret. Hey, every camera counts. Oh, we got Sami coming in. Okay, Sami, I see you. You can stay on or off camera. It's up to you.
Amy, what you
Hey,
gonna do?
I think I could stay with you. Hey, Shane.
uh,
It's good to see you, Sami. How are you?
thank you, thank you. I'm doing okay, except for I'm in the hospital.
Oh, no, still?
Yep,
I heard you say that yesterday.
yep. I'm
I
probably
think,
gonna be in here for a few days.
well, I hope you get better soon. Do you mind asking me what's ailing you?
And I've got some wounds in my legs that have got some infection.
Oh, no, I hate that.
Yep,
Well,
so do I.
are they giving you IV antibiotics? Yep. Okay, good. That's what you need.
Yep,
That's
they
the
got
only.
me. They got me on what's called a pick line.
Yep, that's what you need. Get them antibiotics in you, get better, so you can come on home.
Okay, and if we're up, where's Amanda?
Oh, Amanda's not up yet. She will be in a couple hours, though. Poor thing.
Wake
She
her
don't.
ass up. Wake her
Uh,
ass up.
I can't. That poor girl. That girl will. I know the little rest I get, and I know she gets put less than me probably. So she's got her hands full, and I do too. But I would think because she has children, she might be a lot more busier than me. And she's always out there trying to work too, constantly putting in work.
I probably could embarrass somebody and show you my nurse.
She'd let you. We'd like to say,
She'd
we
probably
like,
kill me. She'll probably jab a
you
syringe
could
in my
ask
arm or
her,
something. She
you could say, is it okay if I show you to my friends? Or would you like to?
can I turn the camera around? There she is.
Hello. Thank you for taking care of him. He's a good friend of ours.
She says, "Thank you for taking care of me."
You're welcome.
Good. Good. Got to thank people that are looking after us. Yes.
She's been treating me good. Most of the nurses in here have.
Yeah, and that's what I thought about. I don't know if you heard the other day what me and Amanda was talking about should
Yeah,
we commend a good officer? Uh, and I guess everybody likes to hear they're doing a good job.
yeah. They're giving me some good meds right now because of pain.
Well, that's good. Don't need you hurting.
Oh no.
Don't let them hear that you think they're good. They'll take it from you.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid somebody might actually get a little relief in life.
Yeah. And everybody occasionally needs to have few happy pills when they're hurting.
When you're hurting, yeah, that's what they're for.
Yeah.
Try something new. I'm in the front yard. I've never took my panel up front, so hopefully we don't disconnect. I don't think we will. I'm not that far away from the uh box. Actually, I could be
I see.
closer
I
to it.
see the real sovereign citizen.
Yeah,
Cool. And just
there's a lot of nice people in here for this time of night. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I really appreciate all these people being in here.
I don't see a lot of. I don't see a lot of people I recognize except James Jacobson.
Yeah, you don't know Keeper.
And I haven't talked to him much.
Yeah,
And that I do occasionally, but not a
yeah.
lot.
Well, I'm just glad there's people here, um, which is always appreciated. Always.
Excuse
Sometimes
me.
I just want to connect with people, you know? Can't help it. That's just me.
Uh,
What time is it there? Here it's 3:05, just like most
and
of.
that take that 3 hours off.
So you're 3 hours behind?
12:05.
Yeah, so it ain't that late. Well, that's late, but. Yeah, so it's 5 where Shane's at. Yeah, I don't know all these time things. I do know, of course, I know my time zone, you know. I know I guess, well, I call it East Coast time. I don't know, Eastern. Um,
You're Eastern. I'm
yeah.
Pacific.
hmm
And
It's when,
Shane, if it's 5 o'clock Shane's time, what time zone is that?
I don't know.
I have no
He could
idea.
be, I don't know. Shane, what kind of time zone is that? We don't know. I know I don't know. Hey, Irazy. Um, I know. And then I heard that.
United Kingdom
Oh,
looks
okay,
like
cool. Yeah, it does
looks
look
like.
like it. I don't see that well, but it does. It does look like it. It looks like a
Yeah, because I see
definitely.
what is that? What is that? Union Jack? What is that? United Kingdom or is that Australia? I can't tell.
It looks like United
So,
Kingdom to me, but my sight's not really good. Let's put it up
yeah,
on the
my
screen. Can you see it any better? Is that any better?
nope.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's United Kingdom to me. Hey, Invalid. I'm sorry I missed your live earlier. I was asleep, but then my dumbass popped back up like a dumbass. It seems to happen to me quite often, but not usually this soon. Uh, Usually I'll go to sleep and I'll get about, I don't know, 3, 4 hours and then I'll pop right up. And I don't like it either. I've always been a sleeper, you know? But nowadays it's like I go to bed and then right back
So
up again.
what time do you usually wake up?
Usually I wake up about 5:36. Sometimes I can sleep a little later if I'm lucky. Um, but I wouldn't mind getting up that early if I had something to do. There's just my husband's not awake, and you know, um,
Wake his ass up! Wake his ass up!
shoot, he's got an early appointment in the morning, so he would kill me. But even if I did wake him up, he'd be a grouch, and I don't blame him. I would be too. Somebody woke me up in the middle of the night. um, so that's why, fortunately, if I do wake up, at least I have people to talk to usually. Um, Australia, that is Australia. See, so we're so blind.
Ah,
I tell y'all, I can't see well. So, oh look, we got Maddie Madness coming in.
who?
Maddie,
Oh, hey, Maddie.
Hey, what's up,
How's it
guys?
going, darling?
Good. What's going on? Hello, hello, hello.
And what's going on? I'm in the hospital. What else can be going on that's enjoyable?
Well, it's okay because we're gonna go down, clone you, and we're gonna have a zombie apocalypse.
That's funny, Maddie. I like that one.
So I saw
Ole,
you on. Amy.
ole, ole, ole. Happy Fuck the Cops Day.
Yeah.
And you're welcome, Eric.
It's every day of the week. No, sorry.
Yeah. Free Eric Brandt. Free Eric Brandt.
Believe it.
I'm
Yep.
with it. I'm with it.
Free Eric Brandt and leave out of the watchdog the fuck alone.
I'm.
They don't like me.
What are you talking about? They don't like you.
All right, whatever. Say what's up.
So you say what's up, man. I got a special guest here.
What's up?
You guys recognize the voice?
No.
No.
Is it silent?
Nope,
No.
not silent.
Who is it? Hold on.
Don't
Say-
say. You guys have to guess, I guess.
I don't know. I don't recognize the voice. Tell us who it is.
Oh man, he's a man with no name.
The only man I know with no name is Press On.
The only man I know with no name is No Name Audits.
Yeah.
That's it.
Say hi, no name.
Happy Fuck the Cops Day.
Hey, No Name. How are you?
All right.
Why would you say we don't like you? I like everybody unless they do something to
All
me.
right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought everybody's on the bandwagon with the AFA crew that I'm a piece of shit, so that's why I said that.
I haven't heard nothing like that. And
The Who crew? On
The
whose crew?
AFA crew. Yeah, they hijacked Josh's channel when Josh went to jail, so like
oh,
And
Yes.
is Josh still a thing?
he's in prison.
His channel's dying right now. I got some like top secret information that I've been investigating, and yeah, like D. Johns and Anna Banana have been playing the whole community about AFA.
Let's
What do you
keep it-
mean?
I really don't want to do that.
I don't want to do drama either. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna release the video on my channel on 9/13. What happens?
that's a good idea.
So pay
I don't
attention
have
to
no
No Name
problem
Audits
with
on the 13th. Amy,
Yeah. Yes.
hey, guess what?
What's up?
Chicken butt. No, I'm kidding.
You sold the bat.
No, I'm
No.
still trying to sell the bike. If you know anybody that needs a folding bike, it's a great bike for audits. You can throw that thing in a trunk and anything.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to tell you, I love that flower in your hair on your picture. It's so pretty.
Well, thank you. It's just a filter. It's a Snapchat filter.
Oh, it's a Snapchat floater.
Filter.
Oh, filter. Oh, okay.
Filter,
I was
yeah.
gonna say,
I mean-
I know about floaters. You know.
Right.
You guys
The
want to
ma-
go film Palm Beach?
When?
When do we want to go? When do we want to get together, Amy? Me,
Whenever.
you, Amanda. Put your girls together. Get those 3 girls together.
Whenever you want to. Just let us know.
Well, now
Just
I
give
don't
it-
have to. Now I don't have to hurt when I ride down.
Why is that?
He's got a car.
Who
You
does?
know-
No name.
And
Yeah.
it sucks when most auditors have a fallback team that they could rely on if they want to get out and film and want to have someone backing them up. Here where I'm at in Seattle, not so much.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
people up there.
You got Glenn Serio.
The-
Yeah,
I
you got
can't-
Glenn Serio. You got
Oh
Uncle
no,
Bob,
no,
you got-
no! I'm not going out with that racist pig.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on. Let's put something together, homegirl.
Yeah, we will
Actually,
definitely.
who wants
You
to
know
get up
how
there
to
and
con-
follow?
you
You've
got my
cameras
nu-
everywhere.
You got my number, and if you don't have mine, you got Amanda. She'll give you my number.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell her I said it's
because-
okay.
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 It's okay.
And yeah, just I like to plan it. And last time I don't felt like when we got together that was very well planned. I'm not mad about it or nothing, but I just
Well,
like-
no, the thing was actually well planned. It was just, a lot of times you can do as much planning as you want, but
shit
in
just
the end of
happens.
it,
Right.
yeah, you got to kind of go with the flow.
I don't think it was a bad experience, though. I still think it was a good experience, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed so many of us getting together.
We got
And
to go back over to Trump.
yeah, we need to research that first. Though I want to know, can they really make us walk in the street? I don't think
Well,
so.
I just walked on the other side of the street. You
I
know, I
did
mean,
too,
I'm gonna.
but I was
At
on
the end
the
of the day, I'm
grass.
gonna be safe.
They didn't want us on the grass, though. They wanted us to get in the middle of the street. Yeah, we walked
Is
on the grass, but had it been up to them, we would have walked in the middle of the street.
and
At least,
isn't there a what you would call it from the middle of the street to whatever?
yes. And I just don't see why it would be different because we were across the street from the next president's house. I don't know. He
It's not
already
even
has
his house. It's his business.
Who?
Well, regardless, whatever you want to call
Trump
Mar-a-Lago.
Skillskin.
You know, he already has security plus
don't-
Secret Service out there. You know, we were not
Is he
trying to get on
watching us
his
right now? Is he
property.
watching?
We were just trying to walk across. the
Go out
street.
there with the GIS survey photos showing that you
Yeah.
can be
I
there.
just want to know if there's any kind of weird law they think they've put up that they think they can keep you off the. I don't think it's possible. I think they're wrong. But I want to know
looked-
for sure before I
Well,
go down
I've
there.
looked, and there's nothing on the books that I can see about people who have gone and protested former presidents. I haven't found any kind of arrest records or any kind of case precedents on it. And I
Andy.
mean,
Hey, John.
as
I'm sorry.
controversial as former President Trump was, he's not the most controversial president in U.S. history. So, if I couldn't find the case law for that, and it didn't exist, you
I
have
don't
the
know.
right to protest to peacefully assemble.
Right. I
Yes.
think they were. I think they were wrong, and we wasn't.
The reason why you don't find any because they show up with a black car and they take everybody and no one ever sees them again. They send them down to Gitmo.
That's possible, and and that's the thing. And thank God there was so many of us that day.
We
Yeah.
better stay apart. It was really funny too because all of a sudden PDF is like, wait, where the hell is everybody? And Fox is like, yeah, everybody's missing.
That
We're
was
like,
my
uh-oh.
fault, really. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're looking around like, okay, where's the blacked out vehicles?
Mhm. Well, see, I thought the same thing, because I thought something happened to you guys. So I went back. I was questioning them people, talking about, where's my people? What happened to them? I thought they stole y'all. I thought they kidnapped y'all.
I know.
Well, I wasn't going to leave without y'all. Y'all wasn't going to leave without me. So we were all
I've
good.
been on the whole Eastern Seaboard in the last fucking 3 days. I've been to New Jersey. I've been to Maryland. I've been to Virginia. Where else? Delaware. I've been to North Carolina, Georgia. Now I'm here in Florida. I was in Massachusetts, New York, and Connecticut, and Rhode Island. All in this last week.
And a couple of quick Andy Guerrero, Irie Z, Cop Watch Worldwide, Michael Russell. Hi, guys. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for supporting American Amy.
Oh, thank you, Maddie. And yeah, it's good to see. There's a lot of good people here. We got Cop Watch, we got Andy, we got George, Michael. Did you just cut everybody out?
Oh, and Invalid. Hey, what's up?
Invalid and Irie. I think we spoke to everybody. I hope so. It's never my intention not to speak to somebody, but sometimes. Oh,
Shane
of course,
Wallace.
Andy. I can't. Well, you might not know this about me, Andy, but there's just no way that I'm gonna.
I love Andy. Andy's
Yeah, but if
a
I was
great
to try to
supporter.
pronounce his last name, I would never get that shit. Guerrero. Oh, I guess I could get it right.
yeah.
Guerrero. Guerrero. It's Guerrero.
Joe Guerrero?
He says Guerrero. Oh, so it is Guerrero.
Is that
Okay.
is that the dude from After Prison Show?
I know
No.
who. No, I know that's Joe.
I know him on Facebook.
I know who. I know. who you're talking
Gara.
about.
Oh, okay. It's
I know
pronounced
who After-
Gara.
Yeah, I know who After Prison Show is though. Joe, I was watching him when he first started. Man, I just don't have time to watch him no more.
Did you get
I
your
like it.
notification yet?
I never get notifications.
I just-
I mean, I do, but I'm
I just gave
subscribed.
you a notification. I just
YouTube doesn't give notifications properly.
I just shared the stream.
Oh well, thank you, but
I sent it to my community page.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Yeah. But yeah, I never get notifications. And if I and reminders, I want to ask y'all, have y'all ever seen a stream coming and then you
Oh,
set
no, guys,
reminder and did it ever tell you that remind you?
and Andy's the real deal. Actually, I have him on Facebook as well. So,
I
or the
know what Andy is, and he does editing for some people too. He's really
he's a good
excellent.
guy, man. Andy's a good guy.
Mhm.
We have so many good people that it's amazing. And the ideas that we share with each other and
guys-
that we just bounce off of each other, is to me has been amazing. I've learned so much, and I think people have learned from me. We've learned from each other. It's been great. Oh,
You know,
Andy said feelings mutual.
I get in so much trouble. I'm always in Facebook jail.
Well,
I've never
Facebook's
once
just
been in Facebook chat.
not the
Oh my
platform.
God. Because
My
people
my
don't
cousin gets
ask.
put on Facebook's jail. Seems like
Well,
every time he gets off of one, he gets put back on.
Well, get this though, and I could tell you why people get put in Facebook jail, because people are afraid of communication, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I say a lot of controversial things, and I say them because I want to provoke conversation.
Of course.
Like, I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat.
Me either.
Mhm.
And if I come around people that are so hardcore, one or the other, I'll say to them, well, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's really no such thing as an educated Democrat or an educated Republican or a Trump supporter or a Biden supporter. And they're like, what are you talking about? Oh, it was a better choice than the other one. And then they'll start-
Libertarians rule.
yeah. Or,
Oh, was that out loud? Oops, sorry.
So it'll be like on Biden's side, it'll be like, oh, the racism and stuff, and I can prove through court records that he is racist. Let's just get
Oh,
rid
we
of
know
that.
he is. Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
So okay,
I felt comfortable saying that. I really do.
So yeah, I
I
do
do.
too, and I'm sorry, I disagree with people. I mean, just that point alone, and he's got a lot of other points, but just that point alone should have disqualified him as a president, because you got to be a neutral person to be president. Anyway, but then you got the Trump supporters that go after Biden, and in this one, I'm like, why are you attacking non-issues? You get the whole child molester thing because of that picture, that video with him, and he was a little uncomfortable, whatever. He's never been charged. Why are they focusing on that when he was the co-writer of the Patriot Act back in 2001 after we were struck by in 9/11, which arguably, if people go through the Patriot Act, is one of the biggest civil rights violations in American history. But let's not just stop there. Let's fast forward to 2012. In 2012, he helped co-write the Patriot Act. The Insurrection Act. There was a 2012 revision. Who was the vice president during that term? That was Obama. That was him, right? So arguably, this guy has a pro law enforcement, a more laws to make you feel safe type of a mentality.
And he also, what else was he did? Oh, he made the crime bill. Biden did that crime bill that put so many people away for so many years. You guys know what I'm referring to, right?
Yeah. Well, the whole
Yes.
thing is, guys, let's really take a step back from politics for a minute, okay?
Yeah.
Let's get rid of Trump, let's get rid of Biden, and let's look at what this really is. Okay, we notice this as cop watchers because we get this used on us, but a lot of people don't realize that the divisional tactics that are being used on us with these presidents, and it doesn't matter if it's I'm not a crook, to I didn't have sex with that woman, to whatever. There's so much out there that they put the propaganda to divide us.
Right. They'll divide us any way possible.
That's the whole point. The whole point to what they do to us, okay, is to give us a reason to fight with each other. Because what happens when we're fighting with each other and they're taking rules and stuff away to make the other side feel better? Well, what they're doing is they're eroding away at the Constitution, and they're using social contract,
Right, which we never
as
agreed to.
well, we do just because we live on the land. And we'd have a social contract whether we had a government or not. I mean, every society has their rules, including Mayans and everybody's had their rules. Even if you're Indian, you have your rules. If you're nomad, you have your rules. It doesn't matter.
You have your rules and you have what's considered the norm, Hay Springs. But
Well,
I really don't like the term social contract, because I haven't signed no contract of any kind. And I've learned too recently that contract, even the Constitution, was meant to protect the individual at all costs. And that's one reason. Like, if you live somewhere, and like, let's say they make you pay school tax, and you don't have a kid, you could go and you could petition and say, look, I don't want to pay school tax. And they can say, but no, we're providing the service. But you can say, I, as an individual, I didn't agree to be part of this. And you could get that taxes taken off, because it has to be the individual, and the individual has to agree to the contract at all
There are
costs.
qualifiers, though, and this is where indigent tribes and sovereign tribes, and where the actual term sovereign citizen comes from, which would be the Indians, like the Chippewas and the Mashantuckets and the Mohicans and all them. That's where that actually originates. But I slightly disagree with you and your diagnosis of what the Constitution does, because in my opinion, the Constitution basically lays the framework and the limitations on the government. It doesn't give us any rights. There's nothing.
Those rights are inherent. They can't give it. It can't give us those rights.
Exactly.
It can't give us something that's already ours. All we can do is lay them out.
But we have a problem, Amy, and this problem is intrinsic now in our society. We have become out of 3/3, we are 1.87 of the 2/3 of the world's imprisoned in this country. In the freest country in the world, we have almost 2/3 of the world's imprisoned in this country. Everything's illegal in this country.
Yeah, and but those aren't real laws, and we know that, because most of these laws are unconstitutional. And if people knew that and would take them one by one, and I know it's hard, and I know people don't have money, but I think as more and more people learn, and I do believe that most of these laws, not the laws like about these stupid ordinances and these stupid local laws, and not any of these traffic laws. I'm talking about real basic law. Most of it works in our favor if we were to take the time to learn it and to use it. And you know that, Mighty. You've studied law. Tell me, am I wrong or right? Did you not see the law you study? Most of it, actually, not all of it, but a lot of it could be used in favor of the people if they only knew it and how to use it.
Well, what's really funny about law school, and this is, I think, why criminal justice courses fail our police forces, and we end up with such stupid cops. Now, I'm going to say I found a smart cop the other day, but then it turned out, well, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I'm trying to get public records, and
there's a joke there somewhere, right, Maddie?
Maddie wants me to break my last record of getting arrested twice in one day. 4 times in one day.
So the other day, I gave up auditing and I don't audit anymore. So I didn't go down to FedEx in Ocala the other day, and I didn't audit down there and find a special delivery Darren or anything. I wouldn't do that because, well, I don't audit anymore. I've given it up. But the Marion County Sheriff's Department showed up, and the cop was like, "Yeah, you don't need to give me any information. I don't need to know anything. You're perfectly legal. You're on a public place. As long as you don't trespass, there's no big deal." And I said, "Exactly." He's like, "Yeah, all right, have a good day. You too, man." I said, "Hey, you got a bottle of water, man? I'm really thirsty." He asked me, "Do you need anything else from me?" I said, "Yeah, a bottle of water. I'm really thirsty."
Yeah, I seen Callie do that the other day, and the guy actually had some Cali Chico, and he had them in the trunk, and he said, "Is this a personal thing you do, or is it mandatory?" He said, "It's a personal choice," and I thought that was I was impressed with that. I mean,
Yep.
It's those little things, not just with cops, it's those little things in life that make a difference, and that meant something to me. And I also have come to another conclusion. I was thinking that a good cop, we always say it will take, to be a good cop, you'd have to stop a bad one. But I also have come to this conclusion. We know how hard it is to cross the thin blue line. So I have seen what some cops seem to be doing. They're backing down. They won't stand up and do it. They won't stand up for the person that's innocent, but they also won't get involved. Does that make sense? They
Yep.
won't go along with the arrest. So it doesn't mean that, to me, I still think a good cop would stand up and say, "Hey, this is wrong," because that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? But I also know the culture, and I'm beginning to think maybe the only thing that they can do is not go along with it. I don't know.
Well, that's what I was doing down in Punta Gorda. If you remember that video, I said, "Did I get through to that guy?" The one down in Punta Gorda. Well,
No,
the answer was
I don't
no.
remember. Probably not.
But
Tried.
Gary Snow did his best to try to, stop me from, getting through and talking to the guy. And the whole premise is, I'm walking these officers through a 1983, and I'm pushing the fact that, guys, this has a couple of different forks to it. The first fork to it is the line to see if it sets the limit on the government. And then the second part of it is to find out who's liable when the limits have been crossed and my rights have been violated. And, that'll be found out under things like Monell v. Social Services and stuff. And that would go right after the agency. I could, with Monell, I can go right after the agency, and it actually makes the agency a person, quote unquote, and makes me able to sue the entity that I would not normally be able to sue.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
How can a corporation ever be a person? Well, we're all persons, and when they've all made us the corporation, so I guess it's very.
I'm not
complicated.
incorporated with anyone. I am myself.
I'm not either. But what I understand is, whether we like it or not, we already are. I don't know. I'm not saying I know this for a fact, but my understanding so far, what I've looked into it, is somehow we've all gotten to a corporation status. I don't know if that's true or not, because I haven't researched it far enough. If I haven't researched something far enough, I don't like to comment on it, especially not like it's fact. You understand?
Yeah.
Well, because I think we got the Social Security number and birth certificates.
Yeah, me. I'm just a professional porn star.
You're so funny, Maddie.
I'm Mr. Cameron.
Oh,
man.
hey, Flex Your Freedoms.
Hey, I did have a really successful night last night, reverse stripping. I got down to my underwear in the bar, and it turns out that the bartender was a really big fan of mine, offered me $500 to get dressed, leave the bar, and never come back. I'm like, wow, what a pay night. I'm telling you what, baby.
Wow.
I think I might go back there the next time and try for
Yeah.
1,000.
Maybe. Damn it, man. Reverse stripping. I like that. What an easy way to make money.
I'm telling you,
Put your
go
clothes back on.
gain a lot of weight. like, oh my God, the bridge is breaking weight.
That's
You know what I mean?
funny.
Get really big like me.
Okay, I hope we spoke to everybody. Have we missed anybody? I hope not.
No, I don't think. Oh, Sprinks is here.
I know.
Flex Your
I didn't
Freedom's
miss,
here.
I didn't miss Sprinks. I didn't miss. Yeah, I can't
Well, I
miss
just saw
Sprinks.
Sprinks now, but hi,
Yeah,
Sprinks.
yeah, he's
Flex Your
been,
Freedoms.
dropping links as always. He's great. He's awesome.
Sprinks is all right, Amy. I don't care what Zombie says about him.
I didn't. Excuse me. Don't make me slap you.
Oh, please do.
Zombie, what's your screen name?
Zombie.
Zombie.
Bureau Enforcement, I think.
Zombie Enforcement Bureau.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I
Yeah,
haven't.
I know who you are. You've been in my chats a few times. I've seen you.
Yeah, I've been in a few
Hey,
when I see them.
do me a favor though. If you slap me, call me Susan.
Nah, we'll call you Karen.
Oh God, yes. I'm not even like that.
I will go absolutely apeshit for you. Don't take my picture.
Oh,
You have to have my permission.
You have to have my consent to
Don't
take my picture
take
as you
my-
slap me.
Oh, slap me again. I'm such a bad girl.
You're funny, man.
I'm so bad, but I'm really good at it.
At least you're good at being bad.
Yes.
Cancers are the bad ones.
Yeah,
Humans are not.
so
I
good,
know,
so good
humans
at
are
being
not.
bad. So good at being bad.
Hey guys, when I say stuff like we're part of a corporation, I'm not saying I think that's right, and I hope that's not even true. I would have to really research that before I can make a positive statement on that. But what I have heard, I haven't looked into it, is somehow at some time we all somehow got incorporated into this shit, and but I'm not sure how, and I'd have to study it to know.
Attention,
And my
please.
understanding is that we become government property because of birth
my
certificates and Social Security.
Yeah, that's kind of something what I was referring to.
Oh my God. Attention, please. Attention, please. Can I have your attention, please? Thank you. I like your attention. That was fun. Can we do something else now?
Sure. What do you want to do? What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's
talk about you and me. Oh, sorry.
Let's talk about all the good things and the bad thing. That
baby. Let's talk about sex, baby.
We are. You know what? Southeast Florida is not going to know what hit them when the girls take over. I mean, seriously.
And we still got to do our complaint form. I'm thinking early next week because me and Amanda might go out tomorrow night. But
hey,
I don't want to turn a complaint form in after hours on a Friday night. That's just not the way I want to do it.
I'll go there.
Hey,
I'll take an arrest.
Big shout out.
Oh, I wasn't saying I wouldn't take an arrest. I mean, anytime you hey PDF.
Hey, yeah, I was just about to say, big shout out. PDF is in the house.
Let's see what happens let's see how they treat you guys when on a guys with them.
And too bad. There's nobody near Maine.
They treat you guys like I've seen the videos. They try to muscle you guys around because you guys are girls. Let's see what happens when there's a guy with you guys and see what happens.
And he even
we have
everything.
had men with us before. I mean,
really?
I've worked with Nick, Rose, Rag and Monkey, Jay,
Nick,
James Madison. I mean, I could go on and on.
James Madison, all of them have been with him.
I have a video that I was with News Now Houston and AFA and Patrick at a Texas DHS.
Well,
the guy got physical with me, and I got physical back, but YouTube pulled my video down.
Oh no!
That thing was going viral too. It had 2,000 views in an hour, and it was pulled right down.
Oh man.
Well,
And
thank
do you
goodness.
not
Let me
have
know
the
how
video
you've
at all
seen-
no more?
No, I got the video on my cell phone. I could show it to you when I
No,
see
I
you.
believe you, but I just wonder if there's somewhere else it could be posted. Like you could post it on Odyssey or TrueTube, or lots of places you could post it where it could be seen that don't have censorship.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean
I'm
it's
sorry.
worth.
I was just talking to Maddie for a second.
No,
I
but it's
couldn't hear
worth
you.
a try. That I mean, yeah, you could put it on Odyssey or you could put it on TrueTube.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because we would like to see it.
You
But
know,
I
so
don't want nobody to lose their channel over it. But yeah, that's why
I
we
can
do
load
have
it to
these.
my other channel. I'll do that later when I get
Okay.
my shit. I'll
Well,
load it to my
send me
other
a link when you do, wherever you put
Yeah.
it. Just throw it in my comments, or I have American Amy Facebook page.
Yeah.
You can reach me through there, or and my emails and my about page, whatever. Any way you want to reach
Yep.
me. Hey, Big Red, I ain't seen you in a while. Hello. So we got a lot of
Has
people in
anybody
here.
heard anything about a platform called I think it's called Freedom Lake?
I haven't heard of that one. I heard of the one that Fake Mike Real News has been promoting, and I've joined that one, but I haven't. And there's an app that goes with it, and it's called like, what is it called? Like True Talk Live, I think. I think it would work better if I downloaded the app, and then I might get into it. There's just so many platforms. Um, but I like to use different platforms because I don't consider myself no damn YouTuber. I consider YouTube as a platform I use for my activism. So any platform I think I might can get the word out on, I'll get on it for a minute, at least try it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really, TikTok is not my thing. I have joined TikTok, but I don't have any content on there. I do have content on a little thing called Clapper, which is kind of like TikTok, but it's new and it's a little different. But they want you to video in vertical. They prefer vertical, which to me, I didn't work so hard to learn how to do it the other way. But, I put a few little things up there, just like scenic, just for fun.
Well, that sounds awesome. Anyway, I saw you on, and I wanted to come say hello.
I am glad you did.
No matter where you go, there you are. See, you're not lost. Makes it
That's a
easy.
good thing. I didn't know Chuck Bronson was down in Florida. I do know in 2 weeks we're supposed to have something planned. I don't know if he'll still be here then though.
Well, give me a call and let me know what's going on.
You guys need to do another mass audit with armed fishermen too.
Yeah, I think he's going to be involved in that. I mean, the last one he did, I didn't go that day. I was going to go, but that was such a far drive for me. And he had so many people. And once I found out he was okay, I said, well, if you're okay, then I'm not going to, if you got enough, if he needed me, I'd have went. But I don't think he needed me. He had tons of people there.
So anyway, thank you for having me up here tonight.
Always, Maddie. Thank you for coming.
We'll talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Bye, everybody.
We love you.
Land.
Yeah. Later, Maddie. Be safe.
Great night. Bye-bye.
Okay, it was nice, Maddie and No Name, to join us.
Yep. That was nice. Now we need some other losers. I mean, other people.
Another victim's what I call it.
Well, loser, victim, and whatever term we want to use.
I'm just joking, though.
Did I hear somewhere in the chat there's a PDF?
Oh, he wasn't here for me. He's probably in here lurking if I know PDF.
He needs to get his
ass up here. He might be putting the coffee on. It is a little early. Oh, he had to go to sleep. Flex Your Freedoms did. They did. I'm not sure. Bye, Flex Your Freedoms. Thank you for stopping by. Bye, Maddie. Bye, No Name. Hey, Uncontrollable. There's PDF. I knew he was here. You putting the coffee on PDF? Come on, let's do this thing. I know at my mom's house, they start the coffee at 3:30. I know that for a fact. About 3:30, they switch the pot on. They get it ready the night before. Yeah, here it comes. I bet he even had time for coffee yet. Hello.
Good morning. I got my coffee. I'm good to go.
Hey, PDF,
Good.
how's it going? Nice of you to join us losers up here. I mean, whatever.
I often call us sometimes I call us the misfits, but that's
Yeah,
okay
that could
because all
work
us
too. That could
misfits
work
found
too.
each other. Hey, D. Johns. Oh, you're one. I didn't even see you earlier, honey. I'm sorry. And if I did, I probably said hello and then forgot. Okay, good night, sweetheart. Thank you so much for stopping by. And hey, News Now Fort Worth. If I didn't speak to you, sometimes I speak people over and over, or either I don't speak to them at all. I my intentions are always good. Like anybody else, I
Hey,
don't always
PDF,
get things right.
are you guys safe? And I don't know about where exactly you are, Amy, but are you guys safe from any of the hurricanes?
We're Floridians.
That doesn't mean shit.
You don't. Like I
What
always
it
tell
means
everybody.
is we usually ignore them. Most of us
Yeah,
do.
don't worry about the hurricane until you see the locals packing their shit. Then follow us. Because if we leave, we shouldn't be there.
Right, right. I left one time and it was so stupid. I regretted it. And the person that I left with, I let them bring somebody with them, and that person thought they were going to control everything, and they hadn't. Oh man, they got us in a bunch of mess. I wanted to go north and then west over. They got us like two or three exits up in Georgia, and then wanted to west over. That don't make no sense. You got to go further north and then head west if you want to get away from a hurricane. So all we did was ride around for days with no hotel because there was none available. It was crazy. I wound up going all the way almost to Alabama to get a damn hotel room. Finally, after 2 days, it was a mess. And then that was near Floyd, and then Floyd didn't even hit here. So I will never leave for another one unless, like PDF says, it gets to the point where I really feel like that would be the best thing to do, and it would take a lot for me to feel that way.
Oh,
How many times, Amy, how many times have you left and then drove right into the storm? It's like you're trying to leave and the storm
Hi,
follows you wherever you go. Good
right?
morning, Uncle.
That's why I wouldn't do it because you never know where they're gonna hit, and they'll
Yeah.
tell you, oh, it's gonna hit
how's
here.
it
It's
going,
gonna.
Uncontrollable?
Hey, uncontrollable.
Good, thank you.
I love your hair, uncontrollable.
I like your new hairdo. I like
You
that.
like that?
I
I'll have to
like
get
it. It's
that.
awesome.
And the hair looks like a troll.
Fat
He
hair
looks like
day, man.
he looks,
Except for it's not rainbow colored.
he
Wait,
looks like my
this is
relatives.
this is my John Golf look.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
You like it?
Yeah, it's
Excuse me,
funny.
I'm an idiot. I don't know who that is.
I don't know
Hey,
who
I don't
John
know
Goff is.
either.
I just like the hair.
Yeah,
That's all.
that's if you've ever seen John Golf, you know he's beard and hair going on. But I have in this one here, you have more on top than he has. But anyway.
It's the hair that's sticking straight in the air that I'm wondering about. I just don't understand.
Did you do it on purpose, or was you laying that way?
Static cling. It was electrical storm outside.
Okay.
If you went out with a camera like that, it wouldn't be safe.
It wouldn't, but you know what? That's the type of thing you need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You need to go out there with your hair all messed up because it's not. Who knows? It's not people's. They shouldn't be judging. Oh well, this guy might be this and that because his hair's sticking up. You know what I'm saying? Which they will, though. They will. But what I'm saying is, you got to test these things. Got to test them.
I've never.
My oldest jeans, the ones with holes in them and shit. I always wear them because it makes them just look. They think down on me right away. As soon as they look at me, I got ripped up jeans, wore out boots, ripped up shirt. I wear that shit on purpose.
Right. The funny
See
thing,
what's
that's
so
what me and me and Sam was talking about yesterday. You don't never know what somebody's got. So, hey, you don't treat somebody. I wouldn't treat nobody differently anyway. But these people that
Right.
think they're smart, they'll think if you got money, they'll treat you a certain way. But you don't know who has what unless you've seen their bank account. just because somebody might dress a certain way or whatever, they might
Mhm.
be a damn millionaire 2 or 3
Have
times
you
over. We
seen my
don't know.
lawyer? Hey, my attorney, his name Michael Hatfield, Lake County, Florida. Multi-millionaire. He wears farmer jeans. He wears old penny loafers with the penny in them and drives a beat-up king cab truck with dents in it. He's a multi-millionaire.
Right.
That's
You'd
a
never know
cool
it by looking
fucking
at him.
filter. Look at that filter. That's wild. And see, y'all thought I did something special by putting damn rose flower filter in my hair. Yeah. I can't make mine stick up, which I don't never get on my webcam. If I get on my webcam, I might could do different things, but I very rarely use my
What happened to the purple hair? There's no purple hair there, though.
It is purple. You just can't tell. That's before I
can't
dyed
tell.
it the second time, I think.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. It don't look like purple. It looks brown.
It even this time it don't. It's I don't know. That purple must just be a hard color. I don't know. I've looked at it and I said, well, damn, it don't look. I mean, it's still purple, but not like it should be, man. And then this time we went to Sally's and got the real shit. You know, that should have lasted.
Right.
The only way, if I wanted to turn it for real purple, you know, and really keep it in there, I'd have to bleach my hair, and I'm not doing that shit. My hair's dry enough. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't bleaching my hair. That shit, it's a miracle I dyed it. I'm funny about my hair. I love my long hair.
Well, one of the reasons I got up, Amy, was to you ever see that interview they did with Ron DeLorde?
I don't think so.
He was and I believe he still is the head negotiator for the police unions. Might be for like the international police union or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but tell me about him, please.
Yeah, I have. I'm going to put a link in the private chat for you. This is someone basically saying exactly what he had said in the interview in a video here. I will give you this. And then there's an article that basically talks with him about what they think they had done and went too far. And how their negotiating tactics to get what they get, the perks and the protections. So if you would like, that would be something that you could actually play here. It's just somebody kind of over talking about what had been done.
Okay, how long is it?
Copyright. Oh, let me see here.
I like that filter too.
3 minutes and 13 seconds.
Oh, that's perfect. I would not mind playing it, but I don't know how to do that. So if one of you guys want to run it,
I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind it.
Okay, I'll share it for you.
Okay.
Chrome.
How come all of us people run around with cameras? We don't know shit about doing editing.
Okay. I didn't even know. What about me? Okay, I always thought I was a pretty good amateur still photographer. Imagine my shock when I picked up a camera and started videotaping and realized this you coming in again, right? Uncontrollable.
That's me putting the video up.
So I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought
but,
so. Better safe than sorry.
You're fine. Yes, I understand. Absolutely. With the things that are going on out there nowadays, people putting stuff up to strike channels. And
I've been pouring Bob once, but I caught it real quick and I erased the stream. Thank God. After that, I face verified.
Put up an editing class where I can come in and watch you guys teach us how to edit. I mean, like I got that PowerPoint, I got the NCH, I got Cyberlink, I got all these programs, and I don't know how to use none of them. If somebody
watch YouTube videos,
I can't figure them out. I need somebody with a little bit more. I don't know how to say it.
That can teach us the way we learn.
Dumb it down a little bit. Click here. Do that. Are y'all
get with Friends and Code.
I know.
Friends and Code is great.
He's too busy.
He's so busy. He's so busy.
I know. I would hate to take his time away from his objectives. See, I need somebody just bored to death, feel like teaching, try to teach some dumbass like me how to just to
Right.
chop up a video or something simple, just not the whole program, like one
We
step. You know what I mean? And then if you guys did that, I'd be in your room every fucking day trying to figure this shit out because
well,
I'm
you
having a
know,
really hard time.
it would be nice if somebody would start making some dummy videos, 'cause I can't hardly edit either. And then like
Hey,
I said, I can't even hold it.
the how-to videos out here are the ones that do better, like my how to hotwire a Dodge pickup. That shit goes crazy. You type
Oh,
in
I
how
know.
to,
Well,
holy shit.
can you
I don't know
imagine?
how to edit myself either.
Right, but
Well, you be taking the class with us.
if you look, like, have you ever had a problem with your cell phone? You go look online, and you look at those little 1 minute videos. Yeah, those are videos that make money because a lot
Yeah.
of people
Mm.
need those. Okay, so let's start the video. But before we do, I want to speak to some people that came in. The
Okay.
Matrix, who came in, and we got Cop Block Hot Springs. Hello, and then anybody else that came in, hello, and let's play the video.
Okay, here we go.
As Officer Perks and Protections draw new scrutiny, an architect of long-time police bargaining tactics says unions are at risk of losing it all. Ron DeLorde, an officer turned labor organizer, is co-author of a guide on police unionization. Credit: Christopher Lee for the New York Times. Ron DeLorde, a fiery former Texas cop turned labor organizer, has long taught union leaders how to gain power and not let go. He has likened a police union going after an elected official to a cheetah devouring a wildebeest, and suggested that taking down just one would make others fall in line. He helped write the playbook that police unions nationwide, seeking better pay, perks and protections from discipline, have followed for decades. Build a war chest. Support your friends. Smear your enemies. Even scare citizens with the threat of crime. One radio spot in El Paso.
Yeah, you see that kind of stuff right there
Yep.
that he's talking about. Scare your citizens, build a war chest, take a politician down. What they do is they actually dig into their histories, pull up dirt on them, shame them
Yeah, they
to the
do.
point, and that's what they do.
They
So then
take it even
everybody
further
else.
than that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. God, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. But that's what they do. And me coming from a union background myself, and having to fight an incumbent to take over the presidency of my local union because
My
some
next
things that were
story.
going on.
Hey, my next story I'm doing is about two judges that are the one judge terrified of the other judge. Three of the judges in this panel of judges wouldn't say anything when the male judge tried to punch the female in the face. The other judges sat there, didn't say nothing. But after the judges meeting, three of the judges went up to this female judge and said, "You better watch out for that guy. He's going to hurt you." Now,
Well,
these
that's
are all judges.
exactly
That's my
what
next
they did
story.
to me. What they did to me was they actually got, because the company was manipulating our union, and our union was laying down and rolling over. So now that the company didn't want me to win because they knew I was about the people, so they came after me hard, right? I mean, I was scrutinized. I was watched like a hawk. I was, in HR almost every day over something they deemed it was out of line with the campaigning, or as far as even in our personal cars, with putting up flyers inside of my personal vehicle in the parking lot. But it's in my personal vehicle, but it was, vote for this slate, and they got me on that one. Said, even though it was in my personal vehicle, it was still on the company's property. Therefore, I could not put those in the wind. I mean, just people, coming after me hard because they wanted that individual to win. So what I did was I turned it around on them and said, and it told them everything that the company was doing, right? And trying to make sure that the people wouldn't vote for my slate. And it made the people more pissed because of what the company was doing. So it backfired on them. and it wound up costing the incumbents, and I wound up winning the presidency of the union. So you have to be very careful. But if I wasn't smart enough to understand what was going on and be able to communicate that out to the employees in the way that I did, it could have, cost me the election. So
That
anyway,
was their goal. Yeah.
that
Thank you for
is
sharing that
exactly what
story
they
because
intended.
that's yeah, and it can go deeper than that even. They can, with like you said, they try to find things in your background. I don't know on a union level if they'd go this deep, but I imagine they would. On a government level, they'll actually set you up to put you on in shit. Either they'll make you do
Uh-huh.
it or talk you into doing it, film you, and then when you don't do something they want, then
Uh-huh.
well, guess what?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it got to the point where I had, a certain area where, I worked in, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I had to sometimes leave out of my work area a specific area, right? And I had to be in different parts of the plant for different things. And I wish I could go into detail, but I can't. But just understand that my job didn't restrict me to one specific area in the plant.
Makes sense.
So I was over in a different area, and the surveillance cameras everywhere. And surveillance cameras, saw me in that area. But I had a reason to be there. But they tried to utilize that as a way to punish me because I was out of my work area. And I'm like, no, not gonna work.
Good.
Got every documentation as to why I was here, what I was doing, the exact time. But these are the kind of sneaky things that if you're not on your game, could wind up, they were intent on, if they could, they would have removed me.
Of course they
Totally.
would have. Well, and this, and
Right?
we're gonna start a video, but I'm gonna say one more thing. A lot of things, I know I was raised. You pretty much took things that I don't know. I took things that people were saying. I thought things. I don't know. It's just everything's upside down. Does that make sense? What we thought was good, or what I was taught was good, is really bad. What
Hmm.
is really bad is really good almost. But I'm going to put this on mute and let's play the video. But first, I want to say hey to some people real quick. Hey, my best friend, Sunshine Sam. And she needs to bring her ass here. And hey.com. And on the video, please. And I Spy. Hi.
I like to say hi to .com as well and everyone in chat. Sorry, I'm kind of ranting about things but I was just giving a
That's
little
what we do.
background on what I did and how it, is kind of relevant to what they're discussing right here. And my union obviously is not near as powerful as a union that covers, the police throughout the country. So anyway, here we go.
So warned residents to support their local police or face the alternative as the sound of gunshots rang out. We took weak, underpaid organizations and built them into what everyone today says are powerful police unions, Mr. DeLorde said in a recent interview. You may say we went too far. I say you don't know how far you've gone until you're at the edge of the envelope. Since the death of George Floyd at the hands of police last May set off protests nationwide, 27 Washington, D.C. have adopted new police oversight and reform laws, according to the National Conference of State Legislatures. Officials in Boston, Los Angeles and other cities agreed to limit police spending. In November, voters overwhelmingly approved 17 ballot measures in 6 states to rein in police offices. Unions, many of which have dug in despite the protests and challenged officers' firings in high-profile incidents, are also increasingly seen as out of step with the public. Officers in big cities can earn more than $100,000 a year, far more than citizens they are assigned to protect. That success has stoked a backlash. Many cities say they are unable, or unwilling, to pay for ever-mounting police costs. As cities from Portland, Oregon, to Chicago negotiate new police contracts this year, local officials are seeking to gain back concessions made decades ago. Union and city leaders are especially watching negotiations in San Antonio. Years ago, Officers there locked in some of the most highly coveted perks and protections of any department in the country, rules that help shield officers from discipline, factions, Cadillac health insurance plans, even taxpayer-funded payments for divorce lawyers. Their success became a case study for unions nationwide. During the last negotiations, city officials claimed the contract would bankrupt San Antonio. Now, city officials are focused on undoing some disciplinary protections. Adding pressure, a May ballot measure in the Texas city could eliminate the union's ability to bargain, a devastating blow.
Nice.
So
Thank you
there
for
you have it.
sharing that. Yeah. I wanted to say hello to. We
You're
got
welcome.
Spot. Yeah, I appreciate that. We got Spot Check on the panel with us now too.
Good morning.
Hey, Spot Check.
How are you
Hey,
doing?
Spot Check.
Hey, Amy,
Yes.
and can you see if you can get the link and post it in the description of the chat if you keep it up?
Yeah, I could try it. It's in the personal chat. Let me see if I can copy it and put it there. That would be a challenge. Let me try it. I want to see if I can challenge myself to do it though. Hold on.
You might have to do it after the live is over. Probably be
No,
easier.
I think I can do it, and I want to see if I can do it.
Let's copy the link over into the regular chat. Is that what you want?
Yeah. I was gonna say, don't tell me how. But yeah, I got it.
There it is.
Did I get it, guys? Yay.
You sure did.
Okay, good. I just wanted to see if I could do it because sometimes when I push buttons, it gets dangerous around here.
Gotcha.
But I got it this time. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I just
got the
wanted
link.
to throw that out there.
I'm sorry. The link we just shared is the one I just dropped. The chat link is pinned. Yeah, I was explaining this to chat.
Gotcha.
Okay, y'all don't all have to shut up at the same time now.
Boo. Did I scare anybody?
What's going on over here? You want to press your luck, troll? I'm not lying.
He's joking. Michael's nice. He's just playing around, I'm sure.
What you doing, Spot?
One thing about chat that I've learned this years ago, even through Facebook. You don't always get what people are saying. You don't understand. There's no emotion behind it. There's no feeling. There's no context sometimes. So I would watch what people say now. If and I just take it lightly at first, and then if I see they keep on at something, I say, oh well, no, they're not just playing around, But it's hard to tell. That's one reason I like panels because you can hear the voice, the emotion. Hopefully, you can really understand. But it's a way to communicate, and we use it, and we try it, and it's fun. It's confusing too, because you're talking to people in chat, you're talking to people in panel. But we all obviously enjoy it because we're all here.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times too is we'll be talking about things and we'll switch topics, and then chat's trying to catch up because they're busy typing, and so we're already moved on, and we think maybe that text that they put in correlates with what we were now changed the subject and talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, it gets a little confusing. Yeah.
Exactly.
But I just wanted to give that analogy and let people know and understand that this is very deep.
But love. I know that. See, that's what Michael's just showing love. I know that. Yeah. He's just showing love.
I thought this was a cooking show. I was here for breakfast.
Yeah, well, you can start cooking it and showing us how it's done.
Yeah. But the thing is everybody needs to understand just how deep this really goes. It's not just with these cops. It's the whole system. It's so rotten.
Well, to me,
federal government gives $500 million a year to police agencies in the hoods, and that's been extended now to
look at the judge in Georgia. The judge in Georgia, she gets to keep all the fees, which is like $70K a year, that come into the Georgia courthouse for just marriage license and birth certificates. The fee that the people pay goes into the judge's pocket. That's her income plus the 125,000 a year.
How can
I mean,
we
this is
change
crazy.
that,
How can
PDF?
this happen? Huh?
But how can we change that, Judge Georgia? What can we do from our location? How can we all
Only
group
thing we can do is
together?
everybody quit working, stop paying taxes, and they're doing it now, and I'm loving it. You
Mm,
can't even
mm,
find nobody to work at these stores, the restaurants. I mean, our dollar store down the road, they don't open at 8 no more. They open at 10 because they can't get no help. I said, I love it. I hope everybody quits working, everybody quits paying taxes, and all the crooked son of bitches will leave the ship like rats in a sinking ship, and that's what we need. No, we can't fight them. They got too many guns.
That's what
The only way we can win is stop paying them. Stop paying taxes. That's the only way to defeat them.
War was.
Spot check your volume
Spot
is
check.
low.
Mercedes, man. That's what that is. They're pulling back surplus ability of foodstuffs and sundries. Your stores. Go look at your grocery store.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
everything's getting more expensive too.
There's anything on the shelves. All of them doing these trendy renovations, but really they're reducing the overall square footage of actual space in their facilities. I've seen over the country.
Hey, Biden is patting himself on the back. He's changing the food stamp name from, I think it was EPD or EPT or something like that, but he's changing it to the providers. So now instead of food stamp card, it's going to be the provider card. They're providers. The Democrats are providers now. Get real. That ain't going to work. You can't.
It was an EBT card.
An extra
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. They changed it
Had to
to
make sure
provider
his
now.
signature was on it. So the first did come from him. Right. Is opposame. They're all on the goal path. None of it is good for anybody. They're two exact same things, opposite strategies to create division between us. So we just have to root for everybody because they don't like. So we have them, but none of them are you or you, fucking you listening right there. Like this whole shit for any. You don't have bars and stripes on your shit. Get from them. So this isn't for you. And open. Like buy some work the other day, okay? And an outlet and all, and places are completely closed and empty. And don't
Okay.
even open on the weekends now. Like this America is this America anymore?
Hey guys, somebody help me. What is the sound problem?
Spot check. I think he's getting feedback through his mic or something. He may have his YouTube still on in the background and it's coming through.
It could be, but that's not really what it sounds like. But I do believe it's something to. It's something to. That's what it is. Okay, spot check. Make sure you have your YouTube muted, and make sure you're even. If you get your
YouTube's not even.
Yeah, you got it near there. I just heard my big mouth come through it. That's what it is. Even I've learned. Even if you've got it, even if you have the volume down, and if you got it too close, even if it's muted, it can be a problem. Yeah, I hear myself talking. Yeah, I know somebody. Yeah, somebody's got
That video, the video we just played pretty much explains it to a T. You can't get much closer than that.
Yeah, that was very, very, very simple and quickly.
Make the people afraid of you. You know, all that. That's horrifying. That video right there was like hit it right on the head. I mean, pretty quick, 2 or 3
I'm
minutes.
gonna share it tomorrow.
Hello, breaking the flaw.
What's up,
Yeah,
guys?
hey, breaking the flow. It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Hey, breaking
I
the flaw.
understand that.
You're still up in the Rhode Island area, aren't you?
No, I'm in New Hampshire.
Is that closer to Maine?
Yeah.
And how would you like to go up to Maine and videotape video a giant duck up in the Maine waterway?
A what again?
A giant yellow duck.
A giant yellow duck.
Giant yellow rubber ducky.
Hard pass.
And I just thought it was kind of interesting.
Where'd
that
you get
sounds
the
kinda-
duck suit, Zombie? Zombie, where'd you get this duck suit you're talking about?
It's not a duck suit. There was something I had seen where someone had planted a giant rubber duck up in the main
Someone did
was
this.
it bay or whatever.
You're the only one knows about it out here, there, Zombie. Who did this?
I've
wonder?
actually heard of this
Who's the one,
before.
Zombie?
And Google it, PDF, Google it.
You didn't send me a link, man. I'm just saying.
I don't have a link. I just was reading it in passing. I don't.
Ow! I almost tripped. Sorry.
I don't know, Zombie. You suspicious on this one? I'm just saying.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony, PDF?
Who put the duck out there?
I don't know, but if it was something that was right down the road from me or something, I'd go video it. But I wouldn't go far.
Yeah.
And it says joy on the front of it, though.
Well, that's nice. I guess I was trying to put positive.
So now Maddie Madness is the culprit. Maddie, what was she doing up there in Maine?
Well, she does get around this country sometimes.
How you doing, breaking the fall?
Doing well. I took a little break from the YouTube, and I'm gonna get back into it once it gets a little bit chillier. I've just been busy. I'm on a farm. I'm also on a radio show and doing all that. Yeah.
What's wrong with putting that stuff out there? You don't put that on your page?
Well, I don't have to. It's I kind of just like I have been like advertising like word of mouth because it is a radio show you can call into, and if you guys want to call in anytime, please do. I've had many auditors call in. Press NH Now called in. Well, I guess yesterday. But I'm on Thursday nights. But you guys can call in any day of the week, 7 to 10. It used to be the #1 podcast in the world, but it's actually broadcast. It's a syndicated radio show, so it's like, you know, we got to be FEC compliant, and you can't swear. But it's on like over 250 radio stations across the country. It might be actually on your radio if you were to tune in.
Oh hell, there's no way I'll ever be able to call that fucking. There ain't no way. But
I can
you could. I could.
I can do it.
Yeah, we dump you right away as soon as you swear. But
Yeah,
I mean, you can say bitch, you can say
trespassed.
ass, you know, but don't say anything more than that.
I'm sure.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. If you can't control yourself, don't go on there.
I really want. I really know what you. His question though.
What's that, Amy? Go ahead.
Yeah, if I ever talk to a PDF. He's also saying though, like you said, you're on a farm. He's saying, why aren't you showing us that too? Because we like to see things like that.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about the radio.
It's
I know some people
private, you know. I don't.
That's fine. Okay, that's fine. I can respect.
It's a marijuana farm.
No. None of that.
Hey, you have to control how much of yourself you share. I share way too much. I know. Hey, Anon1.
What are you farming? Plants or animals?
We have a large garden, and we have about 60 chicken, about 50% are egg layers, 50% meat chicken. We had a couple goats, but one died, and it didn't I think it was just mangy to begin with, but we also our horse it's on a hiatus, but it's coming back. We had our friend take care of it for a bit because we were like taking a vacation, sort. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We got a bunch of vegetables.
That's cool stuff. That's the kind of stuff.
What kind of veggies are you growing?
Oh, just the typical stuff. But we have like a lot of like right now, blueberries are really popping. You can't even keep up with that. Every day you got to go out there with like a couple bowls, and we got squash, cucumbers, tomatoes. Tomatoes are going crazy, but it's been like so much rain. That everything's just like overgrown. We couldn't even keep up with like mowing the lawn. That's how bad it was. Because you can't mow when the grass is wet, but then it's like just keeps raining.
You're farming for personal use, not commercial, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Kind of
are you guys raising bees?
No, not really. No. But
Well, it's smart to be farming, especially in this day and age.
actually, if you guys, there's a video of me doing some pig farming out
Okay.
there, and I think the trolls caught onto it or something like that. But where this one video has like 20K views, it's like it doesn't make any sense because like if you look at the likes and dislikes, it's like 26 likes and like 10 dislikes or something. So, but for 20K views, it doesn't make any sense. So I was wondering where that came from.
So you're raising cops.
What is it?
You said I said so you're raising cops.
Oh, I know it's funny. It's like I've worked on several different farms, but one of the farms I worked on, we don't like to name the things that we eat, but we did name them the badge numbers of cops we didn't like. That was
And that one of my friends who's down in Florida, and that he's named his pigs, and that one of them's name is Bacon. I think one's Burnt Bacon. And it's got some other names. I forget the names right offhand.
I'll tell you what,
but he's I think he's about an hour. I think he's about an hour away from you, PDF.
Oh yeah.
And that he's in was it LaVey County or Lay County or something like that? Place called Otter Creek.
If you guys are interested, in like
Levy
exclusive update, you guys want an exclusive update?
Sure.
I probably less than probably around like 15 to 20 days. I'm gonna be getting a settlement. Possibly.
Nice.
Yeah, my Manchester arrest.
Oh, that would be so
right
great.
on.
So like,
which arrest is that?
You better make a video about that.
I will. Yeah, I'm going to. I didn't edit the video. It was a live stream. You can look it up, but it's kind of a long video. I think it's like, I don't know, 7 hours.
Can you give us a little bit of a remembrance of what the event, what happened?
Sure. All right. So I was with Press NH Now. I was with this guy Savage Truth 603, and we went to this hotel. It was like the last call of the night that we were going to. We were like, the only way you can go to calls is like you check out the police logs, and like it just happened to be like a minute away, and like they just posted on the website. So we're like, yeah, let's go. And we went into the park. I parked in the parking lot itself, and of the hotel. It was a Hilton, and the clerk said to us, I can't have you guys like around the emergency vehicles. But she never told us to leave, right? She never trespassed us or anything like that. And like some lady had gotten assaulted. She had like a bloody face and stuff. And as soon as like that lady got into the ambulance, we were heading out. Like literally I was getting in my van. And then all of a sudden Press NH Now is getting confronted by a cop. And next thing you know, there's like a dozen Manchester police there. And they were like forcing ID on Press. Press did give in, but I refuse to give in because, like, if you're being trespassed in New Hampshire, there's only like a couple reasons why you need to actually ID in the state. One, if you're driving a vehicle, and two, if you've like committed a crime, right? And we haven't done either one of those. So Press NH Now, because of the threat of arrest, he gave up because he didn't want to deal with it. But Savage Truth 603 and I refused. But like because they said we were being trespassed, which we never were told to leave. Even the cops never told us to leave. You know, it's like. But I was like, all right, you guys saying we're trespassing? We're gonna walk to the sidewalk. So I walked to the sidewalk, and as Savage is walking to the sidewalk, we're giving him a hard time too. Don't get me wrong. The cops basically pounced. Like it's such a weird thing they did to him. They pounced on Savage, and they beat him up. Like, and they were saying like, put your hands behind your back. And I have all the body cam footage as they're saying this, and his hands were behind his back while they were telling him this. Like they said it 3 times.
Yeah, they say that so they can beat you, and then so they can try to fool people, later on the camera.
Yeah, they couldn't get away with it. I mean, I got the body cam, but they tased him. He was open carrying, by the way. So they were tasing him while his gun was still on him. No, nothing wrong with that. I open carry everywhere in New Hampshire, and. But they Yeah, it's crazy. Like, so they got him on a resistance charge with that stuck, but all the charges that both what he got were dropped except for that one. But they tried to ID me while I was on the sidewalk and I refused, and they arrested me. So they basically arrested me for not IDing, which is not like a law.
Nope, it isn't. Secondary charge.
And when I was in intake, this is another thing: is the arresting cop went to go undo my cuffs, and he tried to stab me with his handcuff key. Okay. And when he did that, like he hit my the backside of my hand and he left like a white mark, right? So when we got up to the window and I called him out on it, he's like, "Oh, you're crazy, right?" Like I'm like, "No, you tried to stab me." Like it was clear that you tried to stab me. And then we went up to the window and like when I was up there, he's rubbing my hand to get the white scratch off. Like, you know, your hand turns white when you get scratched. He's wiping that off, and that's all on video. Like this is like blatant.
Wow.
And I was wearing overalls, and I had a knife in like the top part of my pocket in my overalls. And I said to him, like, I don't want you to search me, but I tell you what, I'm wearing overalls right now. That's all I said. And like, so they would continue to search me and found my knife, and he threw my knife into like the evidence window, whatever, and threw it. Like, it was just kind of funny, but they gave him his gun back that night. They gave Savage his gun back. That.
That's good
Yeah.
because a lot of times they try to illegally seize them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Well, my question is how did he still get a resisting arrest when his hands was clearly already behind his back? I mean, he's on his face, obviously.
It's
and
wild.
a resisting.
You know, once you get a resisting charge, it's like it's hard to get that to drop. So they really just take that all the way because it's an ego thing, right?
Your footage couldn't help him none?
It did. Yeah, I had good footage, and Press had good footage, and Savage had good footage. I call it the beard cam because it's like his beard's in the whole video. But yeah, but the cops I think altered the body cam footage too because you should hear a beep beep and then it like continues to like you start hearing the audio, but like a lot of the cams were like clearly edited and you don't hear those beep beeps and
right.
Oh,
yeah.
So he's not I mean, at this point in time, it sounds like he's still going through. The other charges have been dropped, but this one may have to go through to a trial, right?
Yeah, he had to pay, the lawyer that I got went pro bono and I had to pay a single thing. But my lawyer wouldn't take the case unless for my friend unless he paid like $2,000. But he ended up going to another lawyer that was is going to fight it for him. And
So
I think he's going to win.
So you're saying he hasn't been convicted of the resisting?
No, it's still pending. The trial.
Good.
Of course,
That's good news. Excellent news. Okay, hey Leo Watcher. The Matrix. I assume you're joking, right? Yes. Okay. Of course you're joking. Okay.
Of course, nothing will happen to the cop that assaulted you, right? They all just get walked down.
Well, if I get a settlement, nothing's going to happen. But like I'm not going to tell you the numbers or anything like that. But like I'm shooting at a certain number. But if they talk down, I'm going to be like, look, if you want me to take this settlement on a lower number, I want policy changes or at least training for the officers. That,
I would be trying to insist
though.
on that anyway. I'd be trying to get that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. On top of.
I
wouldn't even come down. I would go for the big figure and go for the change.
They come down and say, well, now you're trying to Jew me down. Actually, I want more. I want that cop. I want him to go through some training or something. I mean, these guys, I did air conditioning work. When I was first starting out, I fucked a lot of shit up. But I had to go fix it, and I had to fix it out of my own pocket.
You want me to go deal lower? Fire his ass.
Yeah, I wish.
PF might have a point there. You might should throw that in. Because they're going to go lower. Not because, but my intention though would be to want it the whole time. You understand? Because to me, I want change more than anything.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen again, right, Amy?
Right.
Well,
there's not enough money in the world. To me, that's more important than change. But I would take some money though if they fuck around and I sue them. Yeah, I'd be happy to take some of it because it's right is right. You violate my rights and I sue you, so be it. Especially if you fucking oh goodness, I could get away without cussing. I've gotten better, thank God. But Oh, hey, Sam, you're still here. Good. I need to tell you something later in private. I mean, it's not a big deal, but anyway, I lost my train of thought. So somebody else.
Well, here's the thing. These
Amy saw a
guys,
squirrel.
these guys just think that they can get away with it, even if they get punished monetarily, because the taxpayers absorb the cost, right?
Right.
And they know that all of the money they get is generated through the ticketing and the fees and the taxation and so on and so forth. So that's not really a deterrent for them because it's not coming out of their pocket. It's coming out of our own pockets, right?
Where qualified immunity comes in.
You know what's funny though is the Manchester PD put a job listing out a few weeks ago, and it specifically said that one of the benefits to the job was qualified immunity. And the public
Jesus.
blew that up.
Terrible.
They blew it up, and like they got in trouble for that.
I'm glad the public did blow it up. But imagine a few years ago, they might not even know what the hell qualified immunity is. So that's a good thing they know. You understand what I'm saying? Because all these ideas that people bring up and start talking about, and start researching, and then that gets things out there, and then people start demanding that. I don't remember people talking about it as much as they are lately, and it's not all to do with what Mr. Floyd. It didn't all come from that. Trust me.
Did you see the latest? The latest Chuck Bronson video. Did you guys see that one?
Yeah, that's.
I was just gonna say something about that. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Wow.
I keep hearing about it, but I've yet to see it.
It's pretty.
My
pretty
God,
crazy.
that was scary.
And anybody have access to find it so that she could play it?
He just posted a few minutes ago, I guess, right? But like that was been up there for a while. He just did an update with a records request, which is like they're charging like $2,400 for like body cam footage and stuff. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, has he got it yet? Or has he Charles trying to fight that? Because there's ways that you could try to get it down the cost.
Well,
So guys,
that's what he's doing.
Another thing too, guys, I got a lot of stuff going on this year. Like I got my Worcester case coming up in November. So my Worcester arrest, that's pretty crazy too. I got a charge with disorderly conduct, and if you read the report, the only thing that's disorderly is disturbing mulch, which is going to be a laugh in the face to the taxpayers when this goes to trial, because the jury's going to just it's a joke.
Is that the one where you got slammed out there by the flagpole?
Yeah, he threw his shit out there in the park, and then when he wanted to get it, they arrested him. I'm like, what the fuck?
He wasn't even in uniform or any identifiable.
No, that's kind of funny you say that, because he was wearing something that was identifiable, which I figured out later on, but he was wearing like the brand Hurley, and ironically the guy's name is Michael Hurley. So he was doing so he was identifiable.
but he wasn't identifiable as a cop.
Correct. Yeah, he was on desk duty for a reason, I'll just tell you that. Which I can't reveal too much. I can't.
Yeah, and that was the stuff I remember in that because you were live that day.
And this is going to trial. And this is really funny because like when I went to I did a Zoom meeting with my lawyer and the most recent one, and when we requested the jury trial, because this is like I was supposed to have a jury selection 2 weeks it was 2 weeks into the pandemic, so it's literally been like a year, almost 2 years, because of all this. It's just on backlog because of all this crap going on, all this bullshit. But like hear music. The judge laughed at my lawyer. Now you guys are going to react to this in a certain way, right? So my lawyer asked for a jury trial, and the judge laughed, and he's like, "Good luck," right?
What?
Yeah, hear me out though. And then I asked my lawyer later on, I was like, "What was all that about? Like, why do you laugh and say good luck?" And my lawyer's like, "Because they're probably going to dismiss this." Like, as in, he read the charges, and he's like, "Huh, this ain't going to trial. Good luck." He didn't say those words, because he's not going to admit that,
He's
But
going to
that's-
want to shove it under the rug and pay you out maybe without it having to go to a trial, right?
Well,
Just-
we're not talking about settlements or lawsuits yet because we have to get this taken care of.
This is a different case, right?
Yeah, this is the Worcester arrest.
This is
And
so
also I
sad.
got-
This is something else I find very sad that we sit here and have to talk about case after case that person after person in this movement has, and none of these are for actually breaking a law. Not that
And-
you know.
And one
that
more,
these
guys.
are law-abiding
if you don't mind.
people. Yeah, of course.
All right, I got one more, and I'm gonna go to jail. Unfortunately, I'm refusing to pay for a parking ticket. They're not gonna get my money. It's only $10. They're not gonna get my money, and I'm gonna take it all the way.
This might have to do back to, I don't know now. I don't know because you have a deal and you have one of those. I don't know what all you agreed to. Okay.
Mhm.
But let's say if it was something else that you didn't agree to, this is what I'm telling you. This contract law, I'm telling you guys, you need to look into it. I was watching Sound Minds played it the other day, and it makes so much sense. There's so many things that we haven't agreed to, and individuals can't be like, you might have agreed to a parking ticket when you got your license or registered your car. I don't know. Not saying you agreed to that ticket, but you might have agreed to be ticketed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But-
well, I
but
don't. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but there is some, but most things we can, if we haven't ever agreed to be a part of them, we can fight because we never agreed to being a part of that contract, and you can't put somebody in a contract without them being a part of it. It's just impossible, and it really is. And if you take it to court, you could probably prove it over and over and over. I think, but most people don't know that. Oh man,
they
we got
seem
so
to
many
think-
people. We've got so many
We're
people on here. I've never had this happen. That Wobbly's trying to get on here and he can't get on here.
Well, with the parking ticket,
I
right?
don't have an audio problems anyways. Anyway,
Like they want $10 out of me. Now, I ain't gonna do it.
I
But
don't
I already
blame you.
gave him the runaround. Like I literally, if you can go on my channel, you can see it. But I already spent about 3 hours of wasting their time.
Okay,
And
somebody dropped.
And what's going to happen is that when they try to take this trial, I think they're going to just throw it out. They don't want to deal with me, in my opinion. But if they do find me guilty, I am not going to pay this fine, and either it's going to go outstanding or whatever. But I'm going to sit in jail to pay for it, and then I'm going to file a complaint.
Do they take people to jail in your city for not paying tickets? I mean, in
Well,
your
like, it
state,
could go
because
there,
in
right?
Florida, I don't think you can really go to jail in Florida
Hey,
I
breaking.
think
for tickets.
this could happen in every state, in my opinion.
Hey, breaking the flow.
Yeah.
What if someone knows your real name? Can't they go? They could go and actually drop a 10 spot to pay your fine for you. I mean, anybody can pay it.
It's not the point. He wants to make
And
a point.
but I'm just
I don't think so.
saying that I mean, someone could
Yes.
just go up there
But-
and do it.
Well, my goal here, okay, and if Keene, the district court, whatever, listens to this, that's fine. I don't care because I'm gonna make this a real good point. Is that if I end up sitting in jail for a day, overnight, whatever, I'll file a complaint later on, which is essentially like saying that you're gonna sue them or like do civil action against them. And once the courts see this and they rule on it, I essentially could just eliminate the parking tickets entirely, the whole program. And that's my goal, is to make it so that no one ever gets fined again. And Keene, New Hampshire is famous for the Robin Hooders, these people who feed the meters. And
Right.
they were trying to challenge it and like say they're like preventing the city from like making about $60,000 a year. But the Supreme Court ruled in the state that they are totally allowed to do it. It's free speech. So
Hey, breaking the
Well, that's
flow,
one thing.
I want you to look into this and see if, because especially since this is a parking ticket and it was given to the car, I want you to look and see if there's any way that by parking your car on the street or by having a license or by having anything, your car registered, if in any way possible you ever had agreed to possibly be parked and ticketed. And if you didn't,
No.
you might can really do something with this. I'm telling you, that could really help your
No, they're
case.
going
I
to call
think.
you a
Yes, but that's
sovereign
not how I
citizen.
want to play it.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
like,
you could play that into it too, though. I mean, why not go ahead and gather all the facts, whether you use them or not?
sure,
Well,
sure. Like, all right.
breaking the flaw.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: was it on the side of a public street, or was it in a parking garage, something of that effect?
Side of the street, right in front of City Hall, and fucking great. Actually, the place is literally called fucking great.
And you actually have already paid to park there with your taxes.
That's what I'm saying. It's on public property, so that.
Well, when I eat at it's like like pho, right? Thai food pho, right? It's actually the way you're supposed to say it is
Vietnamese
pho.
soup, you mean?
Yeah, it's not pho. It's actually supposed to say it as pho. And since it's Keene, New Hampshire, they go pho, Keene, great. That's the name of the restaurant. It's so fucking hilarious.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
It's a big free speech thing. But
it is nice.
It's right next to City Hall too. It just rubs it in their face. It's amazing. But what was I going to say is that when I ate food there, I'm essentially paying for my parking spot. That's how it goes.
Right, that's true too.
That's what I'm saying. You've already paid.
Right, and that's what we're wondering if you ever. Well, I'm wondering, A, if anybody, even if they were legally parked, if they ever agreed to something like that, and B, he's wondering if you were even illegally parked to begin with,
So here's a strategy for anyone out
or
there.
unpaid, or whatever.
If you were to set up this is what I did. This is how I did it. I don't have Rhode Island plates anymore. It's probably the most run plates in New England, if I could, because they fucking hate me. But if you set up a LLC in Montana and register your vehicle you got to pay your vehicle off. But you register your vehicle under your LLC out there, they'll send you plates, and that's essentially what I did. So I have Montana plates in New Hampshire, and there's no reciprocity. So if you get a ticket, the Montana will not hold you to it. Like, it has to be an offense that happens in Montana.
Right. So I don't see you. So I don't see you going to ever going. If they put, I don't see you ever get. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong because the police will do anything, but nobody should ever be behind the wall of a parking ticket anyway. But I know these people are crazy. They would put somebody behind the wall.
Well, here's what they'll do: is they'll leave tickets and they'll let them accumulate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll let them accumulate to the point where it does become a more serious offense, right? And then they can, go other routes.
Well, usually they take your license and then they catch you driving without a license.
What is
That's exactly right, PDF.
They can't take your license. They can. The only thing they can do here in New Hampshire is, like, if you have outstanding tickets, they'll put a boot on your car, which is like then they extort you to unlock it, right?
Oh, yeah.
But because I do not, like Amy, you were saying, like, I didn't sign up for this racket. I didn't agree to any of these terms. Is that if they ever did that to my vehicle, you better believe I'm going out there and cutting it off. I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going to pay the extortions. And so if they do that, it's going to be a great YouTube video.
Property? That's another felony.
No, because they're preventing me from using my property, and they have no jurisdiction over it.
Well, it's not a matter. Everybody comes back and says, well, they don't have no jurisdiction. They don't have a legal right. They don't care. You're not going to fight, and you can't fight them because they don't care if they're charging you legally or not legally. Because you look around, they're charging everybody illegally. A lot of people get out of it. A lot of people plea out. I mean,
no. See, someone says suspended license in the chat.
We're talking about fighting it all the way to PDF. That's what we're supposed to do, though, right?
They cannot suspend your license unless it's a moving violation or it's some sort of like you've done a criminal act as well. Like, so if you've done a criminal act, they can suspend your license just because then they can be like, oh, we got another charge on you later on.
I don't even like to talk about
care if
driver's
right or
license.
not. That's the problem.
I hate them damn things because we don't even need them to begin with.
Like, I can go
matter to them what they're doing if it's legal or not. I mean, it doesn't matter. What part of that can't people understand?
I know, I get
you. We know that, but
it don't matter.
we know that PDF. We know that better than most people, right? But we're talking.
Yeah, that's the
The
worst part,
goal
though. You
has
know,
to
everybody says,
be that eventually we have to. If we have, if we ever want change, we're gonna have to win some legal cases. We can't get
yeah,
out there and physically fight them. So the only way we can fight them is legally, and the only places that might help us, not help us, but actually uphold the law, is
But
some higher courts.
We need to do civil disobedience, right? So like that's the only way we're actually people have to take that step forward. It's hard sometimes. Like no one wants to see jail time, you know.
No,
civil
if
disobedience. I did that. Didn't work
we
out well.
are doing that, and that's what I'm saying. It needs to go further. It needs. That's why we have to take these cases all the way.
Hey, I
do you
have go ahead.
do you happen to watch The Civil Rights Attorney?
Yes.
Yeah.
And did you watch his last video where
No, I
basically he went through on the Fourth Circuit Court or something
The
like
one
that?
that Otto the
And
Watchdog. He did the story about Otto the Watchdog too. Just is that the same one you're talking about?
he did
I
it about
think-
the kid that had the AR-15 on his back and walking in West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
And he was doing this the recap on how that went, and he actually stated the law as to the reason why this kid was perfectly legal to do exactly what he was doing, but yet was violated and forced to produce ID when it's an open carry state. That particular county was a Second Amendment sanctuary county, but yet he was talked to by the police like a dog, cussed out, and forced to produce his ID. And he produced the law that was in the Fourth Circuit Court of, and they fall under that Fourth Circuit Court, and went against him because there was a school a mile away.
Oh God.
And he was in khaki pants with a cut-off black shirt, which made him look suspicious, and basically said he was possibly a school shooter. And it was at 6 p.m. in the evening. School was not even in session. You guys need to go look at that last one he did, and I'm telling you, it will show you that they don't care about.
Hey, what
You haven't seen the follow-up that he did?
Right. That's it. I haven't seen the new video. I've seen the case video, the situation, but I haven't seen that video. But I will check it out.
Here's something interesting: is my friend has been held for about 6 months wrongfully, and they're gonna the judge is setting bail conditions basically for him for these supposed charges that were set by a grand jury. So I don't know if these are really even legitimate. Basically, they brainwashed a grand jury to convict someone, right? Not convict them, to set charges on him. But he's been sitting in jail for 6 months, and he's getting out either tomorrow or today or Monday. And I probably think it's going to happen for another week because it's just everything takes forever now. But I really would like people to educate them about this because he's been a huge free speech advocate. He's doing a lot of great stuff. But his name is legally nobody, formerly known as Rich Paul. But if you go to the crypto6.com, you'll see what happened. The feds came into Keene, New Hampshire, with 2 Bearcats, smashed my friend's windows in, used grappling hooks to pull the window frames out, sent in a drone, flying in front of my friend's face while she's naked standing there. They forced her to step in. They forced my friends to step in shoes that had glass in it. I did a live stream of another location that was being raided. But they're accusing them of money laundering $10 million. And the building that got their windows smashed, right? That's the same studio where I have my radio show. Well, not my radio show, but where I host. It's really fascinating, guys. I really suggest you guys looking it up. And this
Do you have his channel?
If you go to it's freetalklive.com, and if you go to the crypto6.com, it'll explain all the so it was 6 people that got arrested. But it'll explain everything on there. It'll show like video clips of the raid and everything. But
Could you please put that into private chat?
yeah, I can do that. And one of the things, guys, is that it's in New Hampshire, like cryptocurrency is considered code, right? And code is considered free speech. So for whatever reason, the FBI came in and violated the 10th Amendment rights of New Hampshire, and Keene PD went along with it and assisted them. It's just crazy. But
do whatever they want. It don't matter if it's legal or not in this day and age. They do whatever they want. You can't beat the guy. They don't care. So now, if everybody goes out there and stops getting arrested, now picture this. Everybody says, well, we got to go to court and we got to fight. Yeah, but we're fighting crooked court systems and crooked judges and prosecutors.
I know
and
we
lawyers.
are PDF, but what else can we do, baby? You got a plan?
What else we can do? Let me finish. I'll tell you what else we can do.
Okay.
Stop getting arrested. When they have 5 cops, 10 cops show up and everybody backs up and leaves, just look at all that manpower and dollars they wasted. And they didn't get to arrest nobody. They don't get no short court charges. No bondsmen make no money. Nobody makes money. Stop getting arrested. Back up and then come back later. Keep coming back. Go back up. Come back. Don't get arrested, because when you get arrested, you ain't doing nothing but donating to their illegal enterprise. You might win a lawsuit, but you're not winning shit.
Trust me, I'm always going to try to avoid arrest.
That's what I'm saying. If you hit them where it hurts, their tax dollars, stop paying into their crooked system. Stop.
I agree, Port Dirt Farmer. Start
Stop
using cryptocurrency, because they can't stop that.
Exactly.
Here's the thing.
Stop paying taxes. Stop giving to them.
They've already got their sticky fingers in the crypto, though. Here's the thing.
Not all of it.
Well, they're sure legislating. You know, just like they started making legislation. PDF should know this, that HB 11 is coming up for a vote here in Florida to stop the people from filming the police. You know, look,
you can use Monero, you can use Pirate Coin, and you can use Hush. Those are 3 coins that are untraceable. It's completely anonymous. And there's other ways too that you can use cryptocurrencies through certain methods. But
yeah,
even
first
if they
thing is,
I'll be right
you
back,
have to
guys. I'm
mine
gonna run get something. So if I disappear for 1 second, y'all keep talking.
Okay. Here's the thing: is if you're not mining the coins, you're paying for them through dollar bills, right?
Well, you could earn them by providing a product, and people can pay you in it. Like specifically here in Keene, New Hampshire, there are like dozens of restaurants that accept crypto, and I even use this thing called gold bags. I can show you them. They're fucking awesome. Here in a second. I went to this festival, and I really want y'all to go to this festival next year. It's big proponents of free speech, and a lot of the original Cop Blocker OGs go there, and they're my friends, guys. This is a really tight, awesome community.
I wish they would come in and help with our community here now and get some cohesion.
Well, the Free State Project is really getting it done. And another thing too, guys, so my friends are getting, accused of money laundering $10 million. But there's you've heard of Library, right? LBRY.
Don't believe I have.
Odyssey Library. It's like a YouTube competitor, and they are also getting attacked by the SEC for money laundering because they use a token on there, a non-fundable token. And so the SEC came after them. But see these right here? These are gold.
Does that mean I'm going to lose like my 19 cents of Odyssey money I got?
Okay, and so those are like paper bills, kind of, but
it's gold, sprayed
it's
on laminate, and this is the 5 denomination, which is 5 1,000ths, and this is 1 1,000th. So that's 1 1,000th of an ounce of gold. So if I had 1,000 of these, it's an ounce.
Wow!
And this is 5. And
what is
they
that
trade?
called?
They call them gold backs. And when the feds raided my friend, they took about $200,000 worth of these.
Wow,
but
I never
this
even
is
heard of such a thing.
Well, that's just his personal gold, right?
That's right. It's tangible money in your hand. You see, I don't know if you can see right there.
I love it.
Gold. I love it too.
Yeah.
How much does one of those cost?
The ones are trading for about $4, but you can get them cheaper online. But that's what we were using them at this festival up in New Hampshire. It was a crypto festival. Well, it's not always been a crypto festival. But this
But
was
it
actually
was this
traded more
time.
than crypto. Well,
Really?
yeah. It's called.
But it's because it's tangible. It's tangible. It's something you can actually physically hold
That's
and
right.
And you can
hand off.
okay, and if you put all those together and melt them down, would they really make gold?
Well, there's a process to extract it off of it, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is to use it like
Oh, well,
this.
see, that's what had me excited.
Oh yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
not
Well,
saying that makes it a bad thing.
if
But I'm
anything, all
thinking
the
you're
gold
telling me
coins
that's
you might
real
have,
gold.
all the gold coins you have, let's try to convert them into these so that we can actually use them in a market. You can't carry around a gold ounce and think you're going to purchase something. You know, unless you're buying a car or something.
Yeah, right. What are you going to do? Bite off a gram or something to
Yeah,
pay
shave
for
a little off or
bubble gum?
something. Yeah.
Right.
I
This is
don't
why people like
know.
silver has a better utility, which I got plenty of that too.
I don't know, but aren't you kind of wasting gold by putting it into that if
You
it can
make
never
money with
really be
tobacco
gold
and
again?
alcohol.
Well,
Tobacco
well,
and
it's-
alcohol.
I'm
That's where
just
the money
curious.
is.
like-
I'm not criticizing. I'm asking. I need
Well,
to know
look,
the
But this
look.
is
truth.
the thing.
At
Go
this
ahead.
festival, so look it up, guys. Porcupine Fest. We know it as Pork Fest, PORC Fest, and it's a bunch of libertarian anarchists, and we carry guns and we trade with crypto and gold and silver. It's amazing, guys. How do I explain it?
Porcupine Fest.
Yeah, Porcupine Fest up in New Hampshire.
Patrick
Sounds
Porcupine.
amazing,
Patrick
actually.
Porcupine.
It's
Hey, I
rumored
watched the
it's rumored that
video.
these the people that like that this campground would go under unless this festival was there every year, and we sold out this year, and we're rumoring to be buying the campground itself, and so that we can just make it kind of like a town, like people will have RVs, you can go live there, but you gotta kind of
I got it.
you got to get vouched in. But you know what? All these auditors, I think y'all on board. You all have the principles.
I was
you know?
just fixing to say,
I love it. I'm
before
looking at the
why
site
haven't
right
we
now.
been vouched in yet? And before you said the vouched in thing, I was going to say, why haven't we been told about this? And what a wonderful place for us to all meet.
Well, I guess what I'm gonna be. I've been running ads on my videos. If you haven't seen it on there, the Fork Fest.
Joe, I'm not on purpose, but
No,
there's just
no.
so many people that I
I know.
try so hard, I can't keep up.
I get it. But like, I want to let you guys know. That's why I'm coming on here too. Is like, next year,
Thank you.
I want as many auditors and cop blockers up at this festival. I'm going to specifically advertise it so we all can congregate and we can all meet up. We can have panel discussions, debates, whatever it is we want to do. And I want you all to meet this community because
That's
this
good for
community
all y'all
is
that make good money. Hey, all y'all make good money. That's good for. But people like Amy and me and DC Accuracy, we can't go to things like that.
Well, I
we
can-
don't
I
make-
can-
I made $44 on my YouTube last month, so I'm getting rich out here.
don't rely on YouTube. If anything, get on
No, I'm
Library
saying,
for
though,
sure.
that's the only way you can afford to do it. If you're making enough money, you can't really take money out of your pocket when you're poor to go do things like this. I've done it in the past. I mean, I've been to South
I
Florida.
know you've
North
done it
Carolina.
plenty of
I've
times.
been
That's why I
everywhere.
get
I'm going
pissed off.
bankrupt over this shit. You know what I mean? I
Hey.
can't afford to do it. I just
Good-
and a
good
lot of
point,
people
Porter.
like me would love to be there, but we just
Porter,
you
make a great point. I'm gonna set up a website that we can have sponsors, so we can get people like you that can't afford to go to
That's
get you there,
perfect.
right?
Yes.
So,
Well, that's
and there's
like with
plenty of
DC
people that will
Accuracy.
do this for
Hey,
you.
DC
You
Accuracy
can
has a major
sponsor the person
lawsuit.
you want to sponsor, or we can just put a poll for all that. But it might be that
Well, I
people.
share stuff. That's why I'd be sharing the links. But like DC Accuracy, he got a major lawsuit. He didn't get arrested. He's got all the evidence to prove it. He needs $2,000 for a lawyer. $1 a piece with 2,000 people. We could cover his lawyer. But you think we can get everybody to give $1?
And
Nope,
he's got.
can't do it.
He's hiring Amanda's lawyer too, right?
I know, but I heard about that lady, and I didn't hear.
I-
I've researched her, and I haven't found any much good information about her, to be honest.
Really?
So
Well,
I'm not
I
sure
won't
she's the
know.
right
I don't
person.
have no facts.
I researched
I'm
her
saying?
extensively. She's not the
I just
greatest
don't
person
know.
that I've seen to be an attorney, is my opinion.
Would
I
you
don't
guys
know.
be on
I'm just
board?
saying.
Hey, would you guys be on
Huh?
board if I can get advertisers for you? Would you run like a 30-second ad or 15 to 30-second ads on your videos, and you'll get paid, right? So you can get paid for every video that you post that's edited.
I would
I can make
this
that I
happen.
can believe in.
And
So
I think
can
if
I
get
you
have no
just
behind, like
problem
this.
with that. I would
And-
love to do something like that.
I'm gonna talk to my friends, okay,
Mhm.
guys. I know I'm personal friends with Library, the owner of Library, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
I
so
have
we
a
can make
Odyssey
this happen.
channel.
Good.
Yeah, but
It's
you don't like my stories.
You can do it
Hey,
easy.
Flaw. Hey, Flaw, you gotta have a tough stomach to watch my page, man. I'm just saying, I have a hard time doing the stories.
I
my
watch
damn
your stuff,
self.
man. I
I'm
try to
just
watch
saying,
as much
it's
as I
hard.
can.
Most people, most normal, regular, average people, they're not gonna. They'll click. They read the
That's
title.
why
They might click on
Odyssey,
it,
but
but then
Odyssey is
they won't.
Odyssey is censorship. It's not there. They don't
There's no
censor people.
censorship.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Library doesn't have any censorship. Odyssey might.
maybe,
And so,
but
for instance, the show that I'm on, I just linked it into the private chat there. If you look up Free Talk Live on Odyssey or Library, is that on Wednesday nights they call it She Talk Live instead of Free Talk Live, and She Talk Live for a few weeks we're doing topless like radio shows, and they did not censor that. But they actually, I'll take that back. They censored the thumbnail. They didn't want the thumbnail to show breasts, right?
cool.
Right.
No, I mean,
it's
cool. They let the rest of it through.
Yeah, I have my
Flaw.
channel already made over on Odyssey.
yeah, you can
I
easily
wonder if I
sync
had
your
this
channel.
Free Talk too. Is that the channel I was talking about earlier that I'm a part of? I don't know. I'm sitting here reposting this thing and I'm helping posting it in the damn
Hey, breaking
private
the
chat.
flaw.
Yo,
I'm so stupid.
And is there an app for Library or Odyssey or anything like that that makes
there's
it
an app
easier
for
to?
Library, and you can also download like an application to your computer. Now, let me explain that real quick because if you run it on your computer, it's going to slow down your computer. So you should have a good internet connection. Otherwise, just use the browser version, which is Odyssey. And Odyssey runs off of like Google servers and that sort of thing. So you're gonna see ads on Odyssey, but you won't see ads on
using
Library.
Odyssey. It's good
Um,
for.
big
It's
heart.
actually really good.
Big
Thanks,
heart.
Big
Thank you.
Heart.
Well, you
for the
seen,
super chat.
So did you say Library has an app?
It does. Yep, an app and an application that you can download to your computer.
Okay,
you can-
so they have one for like Android devices.
Correct. Yeah, I have it on my phone, but I don't run it because if you keep it running, you're actually helping. Like it's basically, I don't want to say it's mining, but it's similar to mining, like mining
Right.
crypto. And the way this works, the way that the whole Library system works, is like if you're the first person watching a video that someone uploads, you're doing the algorithm a favor. You're doing the blockchain a favor. So like if someone, say your neighbor, for instance, right? Your neighbor, you've already watched it, but your neighbor starts watching it. Well, he's grabbing your video and the original video upload. And so you're helping that your neighbor get the video. But then like say someone across the world is going to have a harder time if they're the first person watching, if someone across the world uploaded it. And you're just helping it out. Odyssey doesn't do that. It's automatically uploading to the server, so you can watch it really fast and everything like that. So you're not helping the algorithm. That
I
way.
like to
But-
help algorithms.
Yeah, if you're doing that for Library, you're actually earning Library's coin, LBC. So you could go on Library and make it a full-time job and just hit a bunch of subscribe all day, and you can earn a bunch of crypto just by doing that. And by liking videos, you're essentially tipping them with the coin that you're earning, but you're helping the algorithm even more, and you'll get rewarded for that.
I have a question. Will my Odyssey channel, will it ever help, or will it ever make any money, or will it ever do anything for anybody?
Yes, if we get off of YouTube. So if we all just start using Library and Odyssey, we can be very successful at this, and we
it's
don't have
just
to
Library.
Should
LBRY.
Should
LBRY,
I leak,
okay.
should I leak my Odyssey channel to my YouTube channel? It asked me
Well,
for
you do the
permission
opposite.
to
You
do
link your YouTube channel to your Library,
that?
and it takes it takes about a week for it to sync. So you have to wait a little bit for that to happen. And if you have any problems, you can contact Library, like the phone lines or whatever, and they will walk you through it, or they'll set it up for you.
That sounds kind of serious, though.
How many people got .com addresses? Like I got
But that's
poor
because I'm
dirtfarmer.com.
scary. Breaking the flaw. I'm just a real nervous person. But you gotta, I would want to make sure I did that right. I want to thank Big Heart for the super chat, and I want to say hello to All Leaves Are Brown. It's always 4:20. Yes, it is. And right now it's 5:00 in the morning. But
And
it's 4:20 somewhere.
I'm gonna have to bail, and I gotta sleep. The medicine that they just gave me is
Yes,
kicking
you
my
need
ass.
some rest. That's how you get better, by resting.
Hey, Breaking the Flaw. Do you have like breakingtheflaw.com?
Thank you,
I mean, it's like
Zombie.
$10 a year. Does anybody
Hey,
else have that?
PDF,
Like,
No, I
breaking the
don't.
flaw. And I can't see everybody else who's here.
On me, good
Uncontrollable
day,
and
brother.
and
Be
it
safe.
is that Wobbly I see?
He's there, but he ain't saying it right now. I know
Yeah,
why.
that's me, zombie.
Yeah,
I'm just being quiet
oi
and listening
there,
because you're talking business.
Wobbly, and I'm very under the control of some very strong medicine right now.
Well,
Hey, man, you do what you gotta do, man.
lay
And
down and relax and enjoy it. Let it make you feel
the
better.
the happy medicine they gave me is Oxy.
Oh boy.
Good.
Oxy,
All
but
right,
it's on,
zombie.
but it's at a like a 5
Milligram.
milligram.
Is this why they call you
Shit,
zombie?
that ain't nothing but a perk. That
He's
ain't
gonna
nothing but
put you
If
on a
it
zombie
is, and then
diet.
if it is, that's why I like to feel right now.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
zombie.
it's fun
Good
like a
night.
perk, but enjoy it.
Okay,
If
you
it'll do something
guys.
to you, enjoy it and relax and get better.
Look.
I'm gonna still listen in, but I'm gonna bail off so someone else can come up.
Right
You
on, man.
should listen right till you fall asleep.
Look, guys,
Yeah.
do you want to support YouTube, which takes a lot of your money and all that stuff, or would you rather
No.
Tired of it.
library, like you're doing them a favor, but they're gonna be honest with you, they're not gonna like steal from you or anything like that.
No, I like the idea.
They just surpassed a million channels recently, so
I wasn't
they're getting
saying
there.
I didn't trust library. I was saying I don't trust myself to tell library, okay, link up to my YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
There's
What
no
if
there's
I
no
fuck up and
vulnerability.
I lose my whole YouTube channel or something?
No,
Well,
That I've
not
worked for so many years.
And that's why I was
just to
asking y'all
have.
about the .com, because you could do the .com. You can put a link to every one of your whatever. If someone doesn't have library, you would have the link to YouTube, or you would have the link to whatever else is
Right,
Twitter's,
that does
whatever.
make sense.
You
I've
could
been
have your
trying to
YouTube
get my
page.
name everywhere I can. That's another
Well,
reason I go.
you can buy your .com address for like less than $10 a year.
I know, and
I
we
mean, it's
should
$10
do
a
that
year. I got
before somebody else does.
ForderPharma.com, and we
Good
bought,
idea.
My Eye on You's got myoneyou.com, and then we can link, I can link anything to, I mean, that's your .com. You build you a web page
Yes.
on your .com address. I mean, I don't understand why. I used to use Free Yellow a long time ago, and I had my Rhodesian Ridgeback page. It was rhodesianridgeback.net, but I got so much traffic off of that just having that.
I've already
crazy.
been thinking about doing that. I've already been trying to claim my name as many places as possible, and we should all do that. Claim your name as a Google business too. And
Well, I doubt anybody got breakingtheflaw.com. You can go buy it right now for $9.99.
Yeah, and get it now before somebody else does. Because if somebody else gets it, then you have to pay them whatever they want to charge you for your own fucking name.
You know what?
You get it?
That's not my direction, but I do
I
appreciate
know.
it.
I know.
might
We're
do
not
it.
talking about. These are not. We're talking about just so you can get your information out.
So you own your name.
Right. So you
name now.
own your own name. When somebody goes
You're
looking
right.
for breaking the flaw and all the nice ideas you're talking about today, they're gonna find you and links to all these things instead of. And if we all did that, we could link all the platforms under our .coms. And when people start searching for us, they find us. And then this is about getting information out there. I'm not seeking money. If I make money, so be it. Beautiful. I can use it. But we're trying to think of ideas to get our messages out there.
Well,
and if we can make money doing it, beautiful.
Well, you also
I
got
could have his commercial on that page too. If somebody went to my .com, there would be his commercial. If they clicked on any videos, whether it be YouTube, library, there would be his commercial. Boom. You'd have the commercial listed on various places.
Right.
I don't know. I just seem like .com address
I've already thought about
the way to go back then.
Yeah, claiming mine. I don't know if .com is available, but I know like .cc and stuff is. But I can look and see. I need to. I do have and a lot of people I've noticed, not a lot, but more people than you would think. Look, even though I'm not a business, you know what I'm saying? It comes up in Google search, and I think it's driving people to either it's helping them find my website, my webpage.
We had a competitor. Check this out now. This is cold, but we had a competitor, and they used this www address they were going to set up for their business. Well, we looked and he didn't buy the www address. So we bought it and then we steered that page to an undesirable page, let's say. And so anybody that clicked on his www address, which we owned and still do, it takes you to, let's just say, an undesirable page. So anybody clicks on his name on the internet, they're going to see this terrible page. We own that address forever as long as we pay. I think that one was like $6 a year.
Guys, there's also a way that we can basically list all of our channels, and I've already started doing this. If you go to copblock.org, you can send them an email, and they'll list you on their website, on the website itself. And there's a lot of people that have already done it. The sooner you do it, the top of the list. You're going to be at the top of the list. So get on that. Send them your logo, and send them links or whatever, and description of who you are, and they'll list you up on there.
And what was that again? Say it one more time, Joe.
Copblock.org.
Join the Cop Block Network, right?
Copblock.org.
Yeah.
Okay, if I forget that, Sprinks, help me remind me. Remind when I come to ask you, Sprinks, later. Is Sprinks still here? if not, one of my regular people, y'all, if I come back and ask you, y'all please remind me that, because I will forget.
I do think they're having an issue with their site.
Sprinks hasn't been here for a little bit, but I believe he said he's coming
fine.
back.
That's fine. And well, Ashley's in here. Just anybody that knows me, you don't have to be a mod. But if I forget and I ask one day, y'all, there's 22 people in here. One of you is going to run into me or probably be there when I ask. Hey,
what the hell?
Yeah, see, Sprinks is here. He knows. Sprinks is like a damn library.
Ashley,
I love
good morning.
Sprinks is like a human computer. I don't mean that like he's a robot. I mean it like he is just so good with information, and
Yep.
I love it. I'm not.
I already have the LBRY account set up, Breaking the Flaw.
Awesome.
I had already set it up.
I typed in www.copblock.org, and as soon as I hit enter, it takes me back to my homepage and nothing shows up. What's up with
I put a link in the private chat.
Yes,
there.
the private chat.
Okay. Oh.
Also, I put it in the regular chat too. I actually put a link through the shiny badges.
I just tried it on Google, and every time I hit it, no matter w dot or just copblock, one word.org, it takes me back to my homepage. It just shuts it off. It won't even
That's
open.
strange.
On
that
Google.
doesn't make any sense.
Somebody else try it on Google. Type in copblock.org on
I'll
Google.
try in a minute, but I'm in the other room.
This is weird. I've never seen it do that.
But like this was formed by some of the original cop blockers, and I'm really good friends with them. I hang out with them a lot too. And it's amazing.
I should do
Yeah, I
it
did
right
see
now for
some
my
of these
cell
guys.
phone while I'm thinking about it.
I just tried it on my
Good
other
morning,
phone, and it
Maria.
ain't open.
Well, I'm going to try it right now,
Good.
PDF. That way we'll know what's going on. If I can get through, and then we'll know if I have a problem too.
I'm gonna go in your live.
The Matrix Transparency says Officer right here is out there everywhere. I love how
he
Press
is.
NH now has that
They're
little
so
name
related.
tag. Like,
I've heard him say he has it, but I haven't seen it. I don't know
it's
why.
it's hard to see in his videos, but I've seen it in real life, and like it's so funny. Like the cops go, like when the cops you ask them what their name is, and they're like right here, and then or they ask Press what his name is, and he's like, "Oh, you want to see my name? It's right here."
Oh, no.
He's pointed to his chest.
Yeah, like they always do.
It's so great.
Yeah.
Guys, I just looked at the new to my phone. I picked it up, and the news is now. I don't know if you guys are following the Free Britney movement, and it might sound like some bullshit, but it's for us. I know for me, it's not hard to believe at all. You know what I'm saying? I see it.
Free,
I mean, I've been
free
seeing it for
Britney,
years.
as in Britney
As a
Spears.
Britney Spears. Yeah. Okay. This is the newest article. Britney Spears is under investigation for battery after a dispute with a staff member. That means they're trying to set her up for a fall somewhere, or either she finally got fucking fed up and actually did try to attack one. But that don't seem like Britney. I think
Look,
they're just trying to
she's
set
been
Britney
abused
up.
since she's a kid. If you look
Poor
at
thing.
all of her songs,
I hate it.
all of her songs have really like her crying out, like I'm a slave, like
And then
all
if
these
you
things.
look,
her dad's got her in that receivership, and he wants to hold on to that.
But there's people that like Brittany that if they can see that it can happen to her, eventually I'm going to try to get to contact with those people that really are in this Free Britney movement, especially if they get her out of it. And I'm going to go to some of the bigger creators, and I'm going to beg them to get all them people to start learning their rights, so this doesn't happen to nobody else. You get what I'm saying? So we
one of
can
the
get more
smartest
people
things
in on our side.
and one of the smartest things that she did to avoid being extorted all the way from her dad is that she was using cryptocurrency to save money.
Oh, really?
Good on her.
Yeah. Smart
girl. I hate it for her, and she's the only good one out of her whole damn family. It's so sad. And and I know what this is where it comes. We're talking about the deeper stuff earlier. I mean, a lot of people don't like to believe this, but all this shit, in my opinion, leads all the way back to Illuminati, and that's what it's all about. And it's all about a new world order, and it's all about these evil people being in control.
Look at Dr. Sally Smith. They just took that American Idol's kid, the second kid. That shit was horrific. There's over an hour-long video. I mean, if you can watch that video without a tear coming out of your eye, you're stronger than me. Because I'll tell you what, that shit had me really.
And you know what I told you when I seen that? I said, that's that singer. They probably tried to get her to do some bullshit she didn't want to do, and that's probably why she's losing her kids.
Well, that one lady killed herself because they took her kid. She committed suicide. They took her child for no reason. Even the doctors wrote on the report that they didn't see anything wrong. Yet Dr. Sally Smith did and stole that lady's baby. And then she committed suicide because of it.
Yeah, it
That lady's
happens all the
directly
time.
responsible for that.
Like
Hey,
there was
Miranda.
a recent death. You guys ever heard of Trevor Moore from The Whitest Kids You Know? You guys know that guy? He's a comedian, but he is basically exposing these elitists and stuff through his comedy, and it caught up to him. In the news they say that he had an accident in his backyard, and they said that they say that he ate a cookie. I don't even know what does that even say, but he was exposing the Illuminati. Like, you got to look it up. He had like this series of videos called High in Church. He makes really funny videos. It's hilarious.
And now he's dead. That's so sad.
Yeah, they killed him.
What's this channel called?
Look up Trevor Moore. There's one video he did recently where he was exposing the Illuminati. Like, if you ever want to be famous, you have to go through this process, and he makes a super
That's true, though.
satirical thing.
He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. He was telling the truth.
I'm breaking.
Hey,
sorry, I'm
sorry.
I just wanted to tell Breaking the Floor that copblock.org website's awesome. I've bookmarked that. That's a ripper. Okay. So thanks for that link, Bracken.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. See, I got distracted by Brittany. I never stuck that in there. I want to say I said thanks earlier to Big Heart for the snooper chat. But Miranda Raw News, I want to tell you thank you on my birthday. I see you sent me some, at least one super chat, maybe more. And I missed it that night. And I want to thank you for that because I never, I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to miss somebody for saying hello, much less if they're giving me a birthday super chat. You know what I'm saying? But I did see it in the replay, and I wanted to say thank you. And I need a link to your channel, Miranda. I don't know why I can't get there no more. So are you a mod? I think you are. If you are, please drop a link to your channel. If not, Sprinks or one of my other mods, please grab it. Because I go to try to look for your channel all the time, and I can't find it to save my life. And I was
I just watched a video, Police the Police or something. Check this out. They cut that cop's uniform off of him when he was arrested, right? Now, he's allegedly not guilty until proven guilty. I just watched the video, and I put that story up. I forget how many thousands of views I got. It went crazy. But they cut the uniform off the cop because he was arrested for assault, beat up his wife, held her, kidnapped her, whatever. But isn't he innocent until proven guilty?
Yeah, but you can be insubordinate, and they can get fired any time. That's not against their policy.
But you see how it works, they will even convict their own before his day in trial. Oh, they cut his uniform off, cut his belt off, all that shit. So he was basically stood there. All them cops surrounded him. He didn't even know he was getting arrested when he walked into when they got him into there. But still, either way, I mean, like, not sticking up for him, but it just shows that the system says one thing.
PDF, we are judged by our peers, and that's really what it comes down to. Like, when people see something happening and they can, That was appropriate. That was appropriate.
It was, but it wasn't really because he wasn't found guilty yet.
It's also not his uniform. That's the people's uniform.
It's still when you grade
so if
someone
anything,
like
they
I just
wasted
see the
tax
system
dollars by
not
ripping
working.
up a uniform.
Yeah, that's damaging private property too, or government property. They cut up a good
Yeah,
shirt.
stop ripping up
But
our
my thing is,
Yeah,
if you're
PDF.
innocent-
Why don't you call them and complain about that?
No,
Hey,
no,
can
I love
I
it. I made
ask a
thousands of
question?
views on that video.
Yeah.
What
What's
do
that?
I do here when I get to this place, which I was able to get to? Do I hit Cop Block Network?
Yeah,
I
there
can't
should be an
find one
email
to sign
somewhere
up.
on there. I think they have I can't find the list of YouTube pages. I can't find it right now,
I
but
see a contact.
there is
I
an
see.
email that you can email them your information and a logo, and they'll put it up there once they, I guess, fix the site. But
Yeah, I didn't have
it's
a
been
good
switching
look, but
hands.
it looks useful.
I don't know. Well, it's a share contact for submit a post, but I don't want to just share contact. I want to be recognized as an activist.
Yeah,
I'll see where you're looking.
I don't understand it.
They got to fix the site, I think. But when I was at PorkFest, a lot of the cop blockers were there and that sort, and they were selling the shiny badges. So like there's like little badges you can buy, like look like real badges, but if you look up close, it says shiny badges don't grant extra rights. And they used to have copblock.com, and I have one of the older badges, but it's a higher number. It's like 790 something. But there was a raffle at PorkFest, and you had to pay like $10 to try to win badge number 1. I won, so I have badge number 1. I'm so happy.
Cool.
I have
Right
authority
on.
over
I
all
don't
y'all.
know.
I'm kidding.
Dude, I do see where they have stuff in here. I just don't see how to submit to it. And I do see how they get all these tags in here. I wonder if we could copy these and just stick these at the bottom of our videos to get more people to go to our videos.
Yes. There's a lot of good resources on there too. If you go to
Would they
Copblock,
mind? They wouldn't care if we copy and paste this.
no, they
A
want
lot
you
of
to
people
spread it.
don't know.
Paste.
The hashtags in your title, you put like I don't know if you watch. Look at a lot of people. Just for instance, Johnny 50. He has Cop Watch, Cop Block, and First Amendment orders hashtagged in the title. So now you have to go down to the description, and you got to hashtag them same 3 names twice or 3 times in your description. Then you have to tag them in the tag as well. Something about doing that. And if you don't believe it works, go to DC's Accuracy's page. Look at his videos from a month ago and look how many views he's got this month on the last 6 videos. He's got like thousands of views only from putting them tags in the title, the description. Are you trying to stop me from talking?
No, I want you to, because I want you to say it again, and I want us to say a little slower where I can get this. So you're saying put it, Cop
Let me start
Block.
over. Let me start over.
Say it a little bit slower because you and me both talk fast.
If you go to DC
Let me
Accuracy's
record
page,
this. Hold on. Let me record this so I'll know later. Take notes. Okay, go ahead. Oh, wait a minute.
if you go to, if you go,
Plug the volume. Now.
okay, what you want to do is you want to put hashtags in the title. If you go to Johnny 50's page, you'll see he uses Cop Block, Cop Watch, and First Amendment audits or auditors. They're hashtag. They're all one word, blue. They light up blue when you put all the words together. You don't leave no spaces. You go into your descriptions. You put that same hashtags in your description at least twice. Then you tag them in the tags as well. It's not a hashtag in your tag. Okay, so now if you do that to all 3 spots,
when you tag them, you put at.
Yes.
Yes,
Or you
when
can
you're
use the link of their channel.
Well, no, if you're doing it like
channels. No, I thought we were talking about just.
no, not a link to a channel at all.
I didn't think so.
Hashtag. If you do it like this, here's so good. For instance, hashtag Cop Block, hashtag Cop Watch, hashtag First Amendment auditors. You go to Johnny 50's page, you'll see them 3 hashtags in his title. If you go into the description, you'll see them same 3 hashtags in the descriptions, and try to put them in there twice as you're telling your story in your descriptions, which a lot of people do. DC Accuracy just started doing it about a couple weeks back. If you go back to his previous
I
videos,
believe
200,
you. I don't
300
have to go
views.
back. I believe you.
I'm saying if you go back to DC Accuracy's previous videos from a month ago, 200, 300, 400, 500 views. In the past 6 videos, being as we started trying to do this for his page to see if it works, we started out with just hashtags in the title. That didn't work. We put them in the hashtags in the title and the descriptions or in tags. That didn't work. As soon as he hashtagged the titles and then put them same hashtags like Florida, a hashtag post office, depending on what the video is, then put them in your story twice in your descriptions, all of a sudden he's getting thousands of views. Go look at his
Well, it's
page.
definitely
That's
worth a
what we've
try.
been doing for the past few weeks, trying to figure out what this algorithm, how it works. And DC Accuracy has figured it out. And a lot of help. And then plus he has TubeBuddy, which picks your top tags. You might put GameSpy or GameStop in there, and it don't matter. It has nothing to do with the story in your tag.
Are
in
you
your
talking about
hashtag.
TubeBuddy? Is that what you're talking about? TubeBuddy?
TubeBuddy gives you top tags to use.
Right.
Like
Well,
the 100%
somebody had
tag.
recommended that site to me a long time ago, but because I'm so paranoid, they said, give us permission to change your stuff. I think they meant only if I said so, but that scared me and I backed out of it.
Well, there's other ones you could use. You could go to Google and type in top
But
tags.
even, but I'm saying I heard TubeBuddy was just good in general to help you with your
I love
channel.
it. I love TubeBuddy. That shit works good. Now,
So
you
it
could
has
DC Vault.
so
Huh?
so nothing unsafe is happening to you by
And all
using
them red
TubeBuddy.
letters and green letters they put on their thumbnail, that works too. So you got to do the thumbnails with the bright red letters and
I don't
pretty
know
dots
how.
and colors.
I know how to do a
TubeBuddy gives you the
thumbnail.
option. Just try TubeBuddy. It works so good. But there's other ones probably you could use to make thumbnails, I'm sure.
I will
But
try
like I said,
TubeBuddy.
just
Now
doing
that I
that.
know it's safe, I didn't know that though months
Well,
ago when
DC
I was.
bought the program. So when he buys that program for like a couple bucks a month, whatever it is, they give you the top 10 tags. If you use the free version, they only give you the top 3 tags. But you can just keep redoing it, the same thing, and it'll keep giving you 3 tags. You just don't get 10. But like I said, if you go on the computer and you look at DC Accuracy's page and go down and check out his tags as well, and you'll see how we're trying to do it. And it's actually working for his page. I haven't really done it on my page yet because we wanted to see it work. We're testing it.
Uncontrollable. Can everybody that's sharing these links? Can I share these in the regular chat? Yes, of course. That's what you want, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Please do.
That's what I
Yes.
thought. I'm just
That's
making sure. That's what I always want. Usually, I like to spread information.
yeah,
That's what I'm
because
saying. We've
that
been trying to figure it out because, like I said, you don't get views, and you're like, "Damn, that's a good video. Why didn't I get views?" And then you try something, and you try something, and all of a sudden you're getting 1,000 or 15,000 views. You could pretty much bet what he's doing is working.
Right. And see,
I
I
mean,
like
he only has
that's that one thing I liked about this new little app I was talking about use for fun. It's like you submit a video, they send you back a how-to video telling you, hey, okay, not that they're saying there's anything wrong with your video, they're just saying, okay, if you do your video this and that way, it'll go through our algorithm better. You understand?
And it's like your first 30 seconds, you don't want no cussing. You don't want nothing objective for the first 30 seconds of your video.
Right.
That's why a lot of people use these little things to start out, their little advertisement, whatever you want to call it. And then 30 seconds is gone. You can start cussing right away now, and they'll still turn it green. You know what I mean? But mine don't get green too much.
I know.
But that's the story I do. No matter how I do it, it just.
Oh, yeah. And I want to say something. Yesterday, I shared a story, and I hope people didn't misunderstand me. I try to put it in the description in the thing. A coroner ruled a death a homicide. I wasn't saying, and nobody accused me of saying this, but I got thinking afterwards. I hope people don't think that I'm saying that they're saying this, that this was justified or unjustified. That's not what I'm stating. I'm just stating that the coroner has just made a ruling. Yes, this is a homicide. That's it. Did
anybody see the live feed of the guy with the bomb up there in Washington? He was streaming live for 5 hours.
I didn't see it, but that was probably what I seen about that was I told my husband if they can be whatever's going on there, if they could respond to that, then they could have responded to January 6th any way they wanted to, because I knew that shit was going to happen for months. We were all invited. I know I was invited. Weren't y'all invited on YouTube? I know I was. I just knew better than to go. Okay, I had seen
Hey,
plenty of videos saying, "Come up here, everybody, on the 6th," and I just
my
knew there wasn't
IMU
nothing
was
there.
there.
There was,
Hey,
yeah.
my
If I,
IMU was there in Washington, and he had a video of a close up of all the stuff that was going on right up front because he had moved all the way to the corner and got up there and was filming all the people, and then that disappeared off of YouTube. He don't know what happened to that video. It's gone. I
I
said the
bet it
FBI got
is.
that video
And of
because he
course,
was right
it's
up there
just a
filming
miracle
all
they
the
didn't get
action.
him, because
He
they're
didn't
trying to
do
get everybody in the
anything. He was
area.
standing there
It
filming.
doesn't matter. They're pinging people's phones that were just even in the area that day, arresting them. People that had nothing to do with the protest or whatever it was. You know, I knew that shit was a mess. I told my mom about two when I first heard about it. I'm like, ugh, there ain't no way I want no part of that. I wouldn't even want to go there to document that because I knew it was going to be some fuckery. Excuse my language.
No, you
Yes.
can say all you want.
I know I can. It's my channel.
Did you actually
Fucking
see
right.
that video, Amy, where that kid was stopped by those police in West Virginia and how they talked to him
Are you talking about with the gun one?
with the AR-15?
Yes. If you're talking
Wasn't
about the one
that?
about, yeah, but I mean, you say kid, he really wasn't a kid. They were
Well, I mean, he
looking for a
was.
kid. He was like 20, I think, or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, to me, I'm 61 years old. To me,
Oh,
that's
I
a
know,
Yeah, he's
kid.
a kid to me too. I'm almost 60. He's a kid.
no. The only reason I
A
worded it
young
like that,
man.
yeah, the only reason I wanted to word it that way is because they actually were trying to claim there's a school shooter in the area, and maybe there was or wasn't. But I just
Yeah.
wanted to clarify that this guy did not look like no kid. Not no
No,
kid as in a student. He did not look like a student.
no.
He looked like a grown person, and he also didn't like he just left a school, which he wasn't even that close to. It seemed like to
No.
me he was walking like almost like a highway. This has been a while since I've seen this.
Yeah,
It seems
it's been a
like
while since it first happened, and
yeah.
then now he's doing the follow-up on the case after
Well,
he
I'm gonna watch it.
tried to
I'm glad
litigate
you
it.
shared it with us because I
Shut
love
up,
updates.
bonehead. Bonehead, I just woke up. I gotta go back to bed. Hell no, I slept my 4 hours.
I only got about 2. I am gonna have to go back to bed eventually,
That's
but I
the
ain't
whole
tired
thing
yet.
is just how the system that wrote the law that's supposed to protect his rights to walk down the street with his AR-15 openly carrying turned around. The very same Fourth Circuit Court basically said that they were in the right to stop him and ID him.
Jesus.
So there's the ironic side of the
Did
system.
he?
That
Okay, so now since I haven't seen this follow up, did he take it any further than that?
he's talking about possibly taking it to the next level and then even going as far as the Supreme Court.
That's what I'm
I
talking about.
made that right there. I asked him, I even wrote a comment on his video. I said, you know, I wish you would continue to pursue this case because it's something that should go to a Supreme Court.
Right.
And that's where
Enforce
all of
the
us could
Supreme
throw a
Court.
dollar in. The thousands of us could throw a buck in. We could pay for his attorney.
I know.
And it
I've
wouldn't cost
tried
nobody
for
but a
DC
dollar.
accuracy. I don't know why people aren't, but if it was some bullshit, they'd be throwing money at it. I don't get it.
Oh yeah, he's got
I
all the
gave him
video.
$5. That's all.
He's got
That's all I
everything
can do.
too.
That's all I can do, though. You know.
Guys,
Hey,
like, there's almost so much money that we can like you know flow within us. Like we just don't have all those resources like all the
No,
time.
we
that's why
don't.
if we all only gave a dollar,
And
I
this
mean,
is
it's
why
$1 each.
this is why I'm promoting. Hey, this is why I'm promoting Free Talk Live. If you guys
Yep.
call in, I'm not saying just go on there and beg for money, but just let people know about your channel. You're gonna get millions of people listening across the country. You know, you could just like you know.
I would want to tell them about the dude with the gun. I wouldn't even tell them about my channel. I'd want to tell
There
them
you
about
go. If you want to talk
we
about
make a
that, yeah.
dollar from thousands of people to give a dollar. I mean, some of these people got 100,000, 70,000 viewers or subscribers. Well, why can't they come out and say, "Hey, y'all, we need a dollar from all y'all"?
I just don't want Free Talk Live and end up being a begging
PayPal
radio show. Yeah. Let's not do that.
thing.
Let's just talk about it, and it'll
absolutely.
naturally happen. Because like if I tell people like you know go there, like as soon as my boss like finds out that I'm telling people to go on there to ask for money, that's not going to be a thing. He's going to be really mad at me.
Support to come that we want them to be interested in the material, and that's the only reason we want the support anyway. The financial support is to get the material to them. So once they see the material, they'll be appreciative of it.
Also,
and they'll want to.
There are lawyers out there that take crypto, and if you can find them, that's the game. Because I promise you that I can get people to start donating to those lawyers to take care of your cases. It's hard, it's a few in between, but there are a few out there that will.
Hey, Scarf.
And I Spy asks, why doesn't the NRA do it? NRA, you can just about forget that. They're the money that you pay for the NRA, all they do is pay for their top executives and events and talks,
The NRA doesn't believe in gun rights. They don't believe they're fascist. Like, I don't believe in any of these organizations to try to pass more laws. Like, they don't believe in basically, like,
we have
owning rifles
we
at
have
this point.
all the law we need. We need to get rid of some of these laws. The basic natural laws we have is all we need. And if we could get rid of all these bullshit laws, oh man, because most of them are unconstitutional anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, like New Hampshire has the most machine guns per capita, and NRA does not like machine guns. I'll tell you that.
No, they don't. Nobody does, except for regular people. So for what I would call normal people, but what is normal? But maybe I should call them like-minded people. But yeah, I would like to go on there and listen. And so I guess I have the link now. So yeah, and definitely hate Bonehead. No one's half the battle. I would put that clip up. I really liked that when you said that. And then when Lady Justice says, she said, I'm echoing, I think. I don't know. But anyway, then she says, action is the other half. I don't know. You just had to been there, but if you see the clip, maybe you'll catch it. Bonehead knows. He knows what I'm talking about. Y'all got to go to People's School. If you're not going, it's 420 Eastern People's School. It's one of the people and Bonehead and Lady Justice Liberty Press. I don't blame you, Miranda, and that but if you ever do get paid or you get a chance to get paid, go ahead and let it happen, because I know it costs money to do this, and if you can get paid, when everybody else, if the day other people stop getting money from YouTube, that's the day I might apologize for activists getting money. But until then, no, I will not, because you can go in there and do anything else. You can do something negative and get paid for it. Why the hell?
I tell you what, guys, here's the whole trick. Okay, stop worrying about getting paid from YouTube.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. You stop worrying about that. You stay focused. You're gonna make money. That's how it goes.
I've been out here over 10 years. I got videos from over 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I've taken hundreds and hundreds of videos down from over 10 years ago. I don't never cared about making money. The stories I do are not. They're too controversial for the tube.
Sure.
And I've known that since day one.
Well, library won't censor you.
And kittens. That's what I would film. Or
I want to ask
waterfall.
you a question. Since I have an Odyssey account, don't I already have a library account too?
Yeah, technically, I mean, you didn't set it up on Odyssey. You can't upload to Odyssey. You upload to library and you sync to library. That's how it goes.
So Odyssey is really just...
It's a front. It's like...
I gotcha. I see.
It's the way that you don't have to... you're not helping the algorithm when you go to Odyssey. So you're not earning LBC, which is like the library, token.
I had read it for 6 months before I realized, or someone told me, you're not supposed to put the videos on your own page. You can cross share them, you know what I mean? But you're supposed to put them on other people's pages. I didn't know that shit. I'd been loading shit on my Reddit page for 6 months. And then DC says, nah, man, you're supposed to put them on other people's pages. And then how are you supposed to know these things? I don't know.
No, you don't under the blue sky. Don't ever under the blood red sky. I'm sorry, I get tongue tied. Don't, whatever you're doing, always
leave a
make
comment
it
on my page, Red Sky. Leave me a comment and I'll I'll come check you out and share you. That's what I do. I share everybody. That's all I try to do.
Do you guys happen to know a gentleman named Colion Noor?
No.
Who?
They don't sound familiar.
Okay, well, he's a big 2A activist, and I just put a link in your private chat for you. And this guy here, he used to be part of the NRA. He's an attorney, but he has since separated himself from the NRA, and he basically is on his own. And I'm sure the reasons why is because of what the NRA was doing. And I'm pretty sure he states that in some of his videos, but he doesn't go into detail about, they're really not for us, but anyway, he does a lot, and he puts out some videos.
Well, he might have signed. He might have signed. I'm sorry. He might have signed non-disclosure. Oh Lord, I wish I didn't.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Not. Thank
Right.
you. Thank you.
Disclosure agreement. Yep.
Yes, thank you. Breaking the law, and so he's a big time activist now about the 2A community, and he just put out a video that I watched just the other day, and you guys might be interested in checking that one out, and many more of the videos that he does, because he agrees that our rights should not be infringed upon. It did not tell us that, well, you can have certain guns or certain weapons. It just said specifically, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And our forefathers understand full well when they wrote that into the Constitution that weapons were going to evolve. They had already evolved. They had went from rocks to spears to bows and arrows and swords to this black powder gun to 6-shooters.
To 3D printed.
Exactly. So they understood that if they knew evolution was going to be taking place because it already had. So if they wanted to make specific reference to any certain types of weapons, they would have done so. They did not.
And you said the word weapon. See, that's the problem. A lot of people think that, well, because I'm a felon, I can have a black powder, all that. You better research your state's weapon laws, because if they consider that a weapon, guess what? You're a felon. You just got big
in some states, as soon as you acquire your blue belt, no matter what martial art it is, the state has gone up to these people and said,
you are a weapon.
They ask you, they don't tell you. They go, would you like to register your hands with the state? And fuck no, I ain't, no way. I don't want to register anything. Like, are you just asking me or are you telling me? But anyways, guys, when I get back cop block and when it gets cold and I'm going to go out more, because I won't be as busy around here. The property will be kind of dormant. I will be going out all the time doing my audits with the sidearm open carrying, and I've already done it. Man. I've already done it once with Yeet. It's a camera. I don't know if you guys remember him.
Yep.
He's here in New Hampshire, and I went with him, and the cops actually recognized me. He's like, "Yeah, you got the First Amendment right, and I noticed that you have your Second Amendment right too. We don't mind." That's what the cop was saying. I was like, "All right, great." And here in New Hampshire, there are a shit ton of people walking around open carrying, and it's so much freedom. And this is why we have the lowest homicide rate, the lowest crime in the country.
That makes sense.
And you guys, I know you guys are like, I'm not going to convince anyone, I don't think right now, but New Hampshire is the place to be. We have on the table right now in the legislature, in the House, in the House legislature in the state, to secede from the Union next year. And we have a majority. We have 150
impossible to do.
No,
you can't.
It's not. Yeah. It's not impossible. We have 158 legislators here in the state that are on board. I'm talking 158. They might be under Republican name or whatever, but they are anarchist libertarians. And,
hey, it's breaking the flow.
Yeah.
Do you have state tax there?
We do not have income tax. All we have is a property tax, and the only another tax would be liquor tax, which the state is failing on the liquor tax because they actually are losing money now, and they're shutting down locations, which is freaking ironic that even when the state tries to manage a business, it can't. So it's so ironic. And
I don't drink, so that's fine. I'm just wondering if you have a state tax.
No sales tax, no income tax. New Hampshire is the #1 state in the country that gives more money to the federal government than it actually takes in, and this is a good selling point for secession. And we call it New Hampshire independence. We don't want to try to use the secession phrase a lot because the stigma that it has behind it. But we're going to see this in our lifetime, guys. It may not happen next year, but there's a good chance of it happening.
Hey, Texas has been threatening that for how many years?
Yeah, but Texas is very statist. Like, if anything, Texas is probably one of the least free states, even though they're like they do have okay gun laws. They're very bad on the First Amendment, and they're punishing the laws on punishment are freaking extreme. So it's not really the freest of states. But New Hampshire is. I mean, we don't have like cannabis isn't legal here, but I tell you what, like when my friend Savage Truth 603 got arrested, right? For when I was there, I got arrested too with him, and he got tased and everything, and he was open carrying. He had a blunt in his pocket in a tube. They gave that back to him at the police station. He got he also got arrested at the governor's house for what was it called? What do they call it? Marching or something. They weren't allowing just protests and all that, but we're at the governor's house protesting him, and he got arrested there with the open carrying. And he had the same scenario. He had a tube with a half smoked blunt. They gave that back to him after he got arrested.
Oh, that's nice. And I don't mean it like that.
Tested. They didn't know if it was hemp or not, or CBD or not. They really
come on, they knew.
Come on, PDF. You're taking it
legally,
too far.
I don't know.
Because now they've got where I would say that. But the reason I'm saying you take it too far is because now they're finally starting to let weed be legal. If it was for that PDF, I would say no, you're not taking it too far because I've heard of them.
Hey, the Cop Block founder went to prison for 9 months back in 2018.
You talking about Demo Freeman?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was because Ohio cannabis laws are terrible. But I was actually partying with him up at the Pork Fest in New Hampshire. I love the guy. He's a fantastic guy.
I've just been researching their page. I still never found where you sign up with anything. But
what I was saying earlier
contact
to somebody was, they were saying they were trying to grow their channel or whatever. Do whatever you're doing and be whoever you are because you can't please anybody else. And if you ever try, you're going to be wasting your time. So
and something else that people don't know,
channel.
When you come out and do nothing but say you're doing nothing but cop watches or audits, when you first get your commercials, you might have it for a while. And then if you're like me and they set up pages and report you by 5,000 people in 1 hour, report you to get your shit shut down, they'll take your monetization away. And they'll say all your videos are the same because they're all basically the same. I mean, if I was doing nothing but my dog swimming at the river, all my videos were that. They would take away my thing and say, you're not eligible to be, monetized no more because all your videos are the same. So I had to go out and start doing graveyards, old buildings, anything but the stories and the cop watches, you know what I mean? So then they gave it back to me because I had different stuff on my page. So making up the extra playlist, like for you Breaking the Flaw, you could have a playlist of just your farming.
Yeah.
For people
I'm not doing that, but yeah.
Well, I'm saying, you could. I'm saying nobody wants to. They want to keep their page the same way, but everybody thinks that's the way to go. But I don't believe that. I believe having various different things is going to bring different people because
I think that's getting sidetracked from the point. Like you should just do what you want to do. And Porter Farmer, this is why we need to.
I got people that only watch my dogs at the river. They've never seen anything to do with First Amendment until they watched my dogs. And then all of a sudden now they're major supporters. They're like, holy shit, I can't believe I go to this one page in Tennessee. It's Tampa mud mowers. They just race lawnmowers and shit around, right? Yeah. When I went on their page one day, they were like, holy shit, you guys, poor dirt farmers here. You've got to go to his page and see the shit he goes through. These people have never heard of us. But because they came on my page and looked at my dumb videos that don't have nothing to do with activism, I brought a whole group of people into this. And that's what I do a lot of.
Sorry, I just want to say this real quick. Without having to do the dumb videos, you could just go on Library and you don't have to wait for YouTube approvals and everything. And you instantly start earning, I don't
get approvals. I'd never get hardly ever. Everything on my page is mostly gold. I don't
When you
never get
instantly, it's built into the actual site itself, is that you start earning right away. And like if we just start using that, we could be successful with outside
Well,
of the controls.
I'm going to look into it greater on today, to be honest with you.
I've got that
I
program
want.
downloaded. I never looked at it though.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to. Bonehead says something very important here. This is what we all are talking about. We need to do is we have to make sure we use words correctly, even though we've been trained or taught the words wrong. Weapons are tools of offense. Arms are tools of defense. The people do not have the right to bear weapons, which they do, I guess. But what he's saying is the Constitution says the people have the right to bear arms.
Or it's like, like the other thing is like when you
It's just a
go to
good
the
way of
bathroom.
looking at it.
When you go to the bathroom, do you take a shit? No. You give a shit. You give a shit.
That's true.
See, it's like this terminologies that we've been twisted.
Yeah,
I'm just kind
it's
of being
all
satirical there.
twisted. I even met
It's funny.
meet a guy. I said I met a guy last night. I didn't meet him. I've been known him, but he's just, I don't know. He's a lot different now than he used to be. And I don't mean that in a bad way. But he likes to look at words and like find different words in them. I don't know how to explain it. But
You
I
talking about
thought
5-speed? 5-speed
no,
does
he's
that. He'll take
this
a
is a
word.
guy. This is somebody I know in real life, but I found it so interesting that I begged him to take and make little videos because it's just interesting. Every word just about he could pull positive words out of. I don't know. You would just have to
Different
see.
meanings, yeah.
Yeah, or just like he
Mhm.
would say, take this word and then it was almost like how you do. We've seen things broken down in different ways. I know I have, whether with numbers and stuff. I don't know how to say the words, like how you say it, like dramatics. It was just seemed like another way to break things down and to see how the
Yeah.
words have been changed.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's a scientific way. Maybe it's just the way this guy's mind is working right now. But I
Well,
thought it was cool.
the English language comes from all kinds of things. So like Latin specifically, and here's a great word for you guys to understand. It's like you've heard the word opportunity, right?
We
And
try
where
to
the
never understand. We try to overstand. Not to be mean.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break myself from that
Oh,
word.
I like that. I like
I
that.
have
That's
been
good.
for a while. And two, when you
Um,
understand something, you're like standing under something that's
yeah,
putting
it
you
doesn't make
below
any
it.
sense, right? But like opportunity in the Latin where it comes from, and this is fascinating to me. It was like the first words I started looking up because I was trying to get the etymology. That's what the word. That's etymology of words. And op means stop. Port means, or this is where it comes from. It comes from maritime law. So op, you stop the ship at the port, and then you wait for the tunity, which is the bell. So you wait for your opportunity, right? So that's what it came from. Ships stopping at the port, waiting to hear the bell to go into the docks. That's where it came from.
Right. So yeah, and this is kind of what this guy was doing. It's kind of like was tracing the root of words, but it was also it's kind of exactly what you're saying, but just I don't know. He was doing it in just quite a little bit different way than I ever seen anybody do it. But even regardless, even if he was doing it the same damn way, I told him if you just take those little and when I tell people to do things, I'm never breaking flaw. I'm never telling them to do it because I'm telling them how to earn a buck. Because if I was going to tell somebody how to earn a buck, I would never recommend YouTube because that's and if no, I know how to make money. First of all, if I needed money, I'd have a job. First of all, you understand? I'm not no fool. I've been homeless before. I know how to make money. I know how to survive. I'm just fortunate enough that I'm in a position that I can give myself right now. Not saying I don't need money. Not saying that I'm rich. My needs are met. That's it. My
Right.
needs are met.
And more money is made on puppy dog kittens and little kids on the internet than pornography.
I know that.
That's the way it is.
But
Don't film the kids, but they make more money off of kids' videos than they do anything else. It's just not in this group of people.
Right.
But
if you look,
go film the ocean. I mean,
if you look at my name and sound it out, right? It's uncontrollable.
Well,
And
yeah.
if you look up the meaning of uncontrollable, it says a person who wishes not to be controlled by government, yada, yada, yada. Well, I didn't want to just make it so simple and use the correct spelling. So what I did was play some letter games, sounding, and emphasize when I first came to YouTube this thing I heard about trolls. So I didn't know anything about trolls at the time, but once I learned about trolls and what they did, I highlighted the troll in my name to let them know I know you're there. So
And
I
you're
played a lot.
uncontrollable by them too. Yeah, I like that.
So my
Even though
name
you
had a
didn't plan it
lot
that
of
way.
what?
I meant you plan your name, but you didn't plan that part of it, and I like
I
that.
did. I planned every aspect of that name.
I know you did, but I don't think you, like you
Uh-huh.
said, you didn't know exactly how.
No, I
Okay.
knew trolls.
Okay.
I
I'm
knew
sorry. I
about trolls. I
misunderstood.
didn't know them before I came to the YouTube world, so to speak, as how bad they were. Because remember, I had a
Right.
name prior to uncontrollable, right? I'm not
Some
going
of
to
them
divulge
trolls are
that.
pretty good. Hey, controllable. Some of them people are good trolls. I'll tell you what. We need these trolls.
They
No,
put
They're
us
we
in
the only
check
don't.
thing out here.
sometimes.
We
They're
would
the only
need them
thing
if
out
they
here keeping
wanted to
the
cross
activists.
to the good side. That's
Hey,
the
no,
only
they're
way
the
we
only
need them.
thing keeping people accountable. I mean,
Oh,
In
some of
fuck
these
ways.
them.
trolls. Now, some of
Fuck.
these trolls send me links to the people that I do the stories on that are out here running around with a camera, and people
Wonderful.
don't like these
Well,
people.
Wonderful.
But I'll tell you
Wonderful.
what,
But
when they
why
send
the fuck are they messing with the ones that aren't doing nothing wrong
You know what's
to
funny?
nobody?
right.
I'm not going to mention I'm not going to mention the big troll channels, but they came out. I'm not trying to make this an ego thing, but they came after me first. I was the first auditor they attacked, and the reason why is because I live like right next to them, like a town
Right.
over, and
It
they
makes
came
sense.
after me. And like the only reason they found out about me is because Snoop Dogg shared my video, and that's where they caught on to it. So I was like really proud that like the trolls are coming after me at that point. It was kind of honorable in some ways.
How many people got fake pages made up with your name, like on Facebook, where
Oh
one
my
link,
God.
5,000 people clicked on one link one day when I was in North Carolina to get my page turned off, and they did it. They got my page shut down that day. They gave it back to me the next day, but they did it. They made up a Facebook page, and it's a political organization. They didn't even spell the word organization right, and they
No,
got
they
a page
didn't.
set up as my name. And they sit there and they post good cop videos, cops rescuing kids and puppies and dogs, which is fine with me. But they
I
used my
post
name.
those too,
you
but
know?
very rarely. If I really do see them do something that I think is halfway,
Decent.
decent or beyond the Call of Duty, I'll post it because
No,
I
when
no,
you
what's
want
got
them to
crazy
be
is that
5,000
better. I
people,
want
hey, when you got
them to be better.
5,000 people click on a link to report your page in
I
one
know.
day, let me
They're
know how it's
ruthless.
working out for you.
They're ruthless. And you think you need these people? That's the same people you just said you
No, I
needed.
didn't say I need these people, Amy. I said some of the trolls are fucking needed out here. Some of them are
Maybe
needed to keep
so.
people accountable because we don't keep each other accountable. Don't say
We
nothing bad about
oh
another activist.
I give
Oh,
hard
that's
love.
not
I
true.
give
That's
hard
not
love.
true.
I don't troll. I just give hard love. I call it.
Right.
Hard love, yeah,
Right.
that's one way of putting
Yeah,
it.
because we're
I
family.
call
Just put
it,
it to them straight.
I call it keeping each other accountable because if we're going
Yeah,
to want
but
the
I mean,
cops and
as
the
all
government to stay
as
accountable, we have to
activists,
keep ourselves accountable. That's just what I
and I
believe.
think
I
we
don't.
do that sometimes, and I think we do that a lot often. Everything has to be drugged and pulled in front of, the whole entire world. You know what I'm
Yeah, it
saying?
does. Everything
I
needs
don't
to be
think
drugged in
so.
front of the world.
I don't
Well,
think
what should
so.
we hide? Should we only hide the
We don't
stuff that
have
I do
nothing to
wrong?
hide. No, we don't have nothing to hide. But I think if do you think that everything that Maxwell and them is going to put together on their show? And I didn't mean to mention
I've
any of their
never been
names.
on that page.
Actually,
I've
to
never
be
been there.
honest, I am, I guess, kind of fortunate. I don't know if you call it fortunate, unfortunate. They haven't fucked with me too much, and I really don't want them to because I really don't like what they do. I find I find it ugly, and the pit of my being, it's really bothers
Okay,
Well,
here's
me.
all
what
they
trolls do.
have is just the fact that they take
Jealousy.
somebody else's video and they tear it apart and they
But not
rag
all of
on
them.
other
Some of these
people.
trolls, Hey, some of these trolls that people don't like, they'll send me a message saying, hey, we found this guy's voice. We think it's this person. Can you check it out for us? So, of course, I go start checking it out. And I find out that same person who they heard the voice of, I found a video of him being arrested. And, of course, it was the same guy. News Now Charlotte.
If you haven't realized that they're projecting that because they're evil people and they're trying to make other people look bad, that's exactly what they're doing. We all know that.
I know that.
Well,
Yes, and
some of them. You can't say all every time because, like I said,
I don't know.
As soon as I found News Now Charlotte back out there with a new page, 1A auditing or some shit. I got it stored. Within an hour, that page was down because I called all my friends, said, go leave a comment for this guy. He's gone. I would have never found that man if it wasn't for the trolls. He would have been back out here running around with a camera. And my line draws. I have a line.
Thank you,
if you're convicted like
Let's
that,
see if it works.
I have nothing to do with you.
Let me see,
I don't care.
Springs. What I'm saying is, if these people really want to do that kind of stuff, then they should do stuff like that. I mean, that's a beautiful thing to bring some ugly information like that to you. But to sit there
They do it a lot. They do it a lot, though.
to just mess with people, and like I said, maybe that's one reason they haven't messed with me. I don't know. They probably will. Some of them have. I'm just saying the real major ones haven't yet. Well, hell, I can't get my password in there. I guess I'm going to reset it. Springs.
The truth is, if we focus on them, then they're going to talk about us. Well, we are right now.
Yeah, I don't even want. Yeah, let's stop talking about them. Let's talk.
Yeah, right on.
Loud.
Aussie Angel, great comment, Aussie Angel. Anyone who has the courage to pick up a camera and film government will get my support always.
That's
And I firmly believe in that.
That's
And if you're a convicted child molester, you are not getting my support. I don't give a shit who you are.
Yes.
You're a convicted child molester. I am against you 100%. I'll be your biggest troll.
I totally appreciate that, Porter Farmer. I just don't like how the state is like putting these labels on people, and we're assuming it to be true. So let's like do our own research outside of government.
Let's do our own research.
Everyone I do, I put the complete story, all the information that's public that's out there, and I show every one of them that I've done a story pled guilty. And these are 4-year-old kids. You would have to kill me to get me to plead guilty to some shit like that. So no, I have no use for News Now, Permian Basin.
Nobody.
None of them fucking people.
No, I don't think anybody does. If there's actual factual proof,
when they,
I did the video. I put out all the information.
I don't think anybody would agree to that.
Hey,
she was
I put
not
his
talking
name,
about those kind of
his
people.
address and his phone number. He tried to strike me, so I monetized it. So I get paid to put his name, address, and phone number on the internet. And that's not doxing because it's public information. Got it from a public webpage.
Got you. We got you. Yeah, we got you.
You know, and that's where my line is drawn.
Right. And what I'm
saying
saying is,
somebody like that.
these people that are bringing this information, I would love to see them do that on a full-time basis, to bring information. And a lot of these people have nice equipment and stuff too. And then we're going to move on and stop talking about them, because I'd rather talk about us. I want to talk about the people that are trying. And I'm not talking about just us. I'm talking about anybody that's trying to get any kind of positivity into this world. That's the kind of people I want to surround myself with. And that's the kind of people that are going to change this world if it can be changed. If it can.
Get the government off of our necks. If we can get the government off of our necks, that's what we need.
And I want to say that all this like infighting going on, it's just like frivolous stuff. It's kind of stupid. And like I wish I unsubscribed. I didn't unsubscribe. Sorry, I pulled my my membership from a couple of the people because I just think it's not productive. And like I'll still watch their stuff from time to time, but like they're not doing a service to this community. They need to stay focused and what it really means to what we're doing, and just stay on track, because we're not going to get anywhere, you know, beating each other up.
And I think you'll agree that we've got people who are in government positions that are getting paid. They're getting the cush pay from the taxpayers, and they're infiltrating the people. They're stirring up stuff. They're going and spending all this time doing checks on them and trying to find some little thing that they can pick on them about to stir up chaos within the community.
But you're calling it beating people up. I'm calling it holding people accountable.
Yeah, to a certain degree, but like
people accountable
to a certain degree. No, I think it's a certain degree. If you're going to go out there and try to hold another group of individuals accountable, and you're saying the exact same words that other group that you're trying to hold accountable is saying, you ain't no better than them. You're the same exact as a duplicate of what you're fighting. You can't fight.
I just
somebody
don't
if
think
you're
it.
the same.
I think people shouldn't be distracted and use their channel to do that. I think they should just do
That's
it
what
like
I'm
say on
saying.
Facebook or whatever. Like if you want to have these like side arguments, and you want to be out in the open about it. I just get like I don't really want to watch
Cops
this
are
shit
saying
anymore.
the same thing, dude. Hey, the cops are saying and the bootlickers and the cops. That's
Oh, they
saying
love
the
it.
exact same thing
The cops
you just
love
said.
it. Cops
Thank
love
you,
us
thank
fighting.
you, Springs. It is working. I'm just having trouble getting into it, but it is
But
working.
you see what I mean, Flaw? You're saying the exact same thing the opposite your opposition's saying, the same words. Oh, don't start no shit with the cops.
No. There's a difference
talk bad
between.
about them.
No.
Same
No.
thing.
No. I think that we should go after those who are extorting us and everything and making I'm talking about government officials, like what we're supposed to be focused on. But like when it comes to like the infighting and stuff, like I just don't think it's appropriate. Like I don't particularly like how some auditors go out there and stuff, and I'll tell them like this is like silly, whatever, and like how is this even effective? Or you were a little exaggerated there. I'll give them the tough love, but I'm not gonna like troll the and make a whole video
and
about it.
also, they also make fun of things that people can't help, like their weight, their looks, and stuff like that. That's
they
not
go
healthy.
after that.
I don't
Well, I
like
get
that.
treated that way all the time. I mean, I get more problems from citizens than I get from the cops. And I don't have to be doing anything, just standing there in the corner or walking down the street, talking to my phone. I get more problems from the people, the citizens, that a lot of people say, don't film the citizens. This is about the. No, it is about the
You
citizens.
can
because
film
they're the
anything
same
you want
ones
to film in public,
that call
and
the
they're gonna
cops.
have to learn to get with it too. And eventually, first of all, a lot of people are learning. I'm seeing a difference. I've been in this for a long time. I know at least me, PUDF, and Breaking the Flaw have. And even way before I started videotaping, videotaping, but you know what I mean. I was watching and learning. You understand? And supporting. I didn't start. Nobody starts out usually and just gets their side here and starts doing it. You know what I'm saying? They get it from the people that came before, and then there's more coming after. And the more, in my opinion, the more, the better.
These ex-cops poisoned my dog, came on my live feed and admitted to it. That's the kind of people I have to deal with.
I know.
Not just walking down the street in the next town next door.
I know.
And then going back home because they say, don't
every...
start shit, don't stir up the, what they say, don't shit where you eat. I say start at your own fucking yard.
Oh yeah, I think people should be talking to their neighbors and stuff about like spreading a good, message and everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's how we're going to be effective. If anything, the government or like these powers or these psychopaths that want to control everyone, they don't want us to be organized. They don't want us talking to our neighbors.
Shit.
That's exactly what they want.
Well, yeah, because I have neighbors right here around me that are so pacifist, right? They don't want to disrupt, right, the norm. And I'm like, are you serious?
No.
Just with simple things like, in my association, I'm the vice president of the association, and someone
you live in an HOA too?
Somebody just wants to, complain, right? And, the complaint involves, somebody having to be disciplined over something they're doing. I'm like, well, can't you just work that out between you two and come to an agreement without?
Do you live in an HOA too?
Well, obviously,
yeah, me too. Unfortunately, I hate it. I mean, I didn't buy into this though. I had better sense than buying some shit like this. I married in this shit. I would never be this dumb. Okay.
So, guys, I
Yes.
carry this around. Actually, I wear it around, and I don't know if you can see it. It says, let me get it. I don't know if you can see it, but it says a complaint-free world on it, right?
Yeah.
And if you go to a complaintfreeworld.org, and what I do is I wear it, right? And it kind of puts me in check, right? So like whenever I like catch myself complaining, I'll switch it to the other wrist. And it keeps me from not complaining.
Keeps you in check.
Yeah, if I keep it on one wrist for a long enough time, I'm doing good. And you can read more about it. Like,
Right.
and it's fantastic. Like you could just do it with like a hairband or whatever, and just remember that when you complain, to switch it. But it's kind of important, like, you know, to keep positive in this world it takes some effort.
It does. And that's what I'm talking about is, you know, people that don't understand this is a big monster, this government thing that, you know, we're all kind of talking about, and some of you are actually out there, you know, pounding the streets. But just a simple thing like this, right? It's so difficult just to get these people to get along with each other.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's it.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Lord. I even the Bible, and Bible, even the Bible. One day I was in the doctor's office, and I was reading the Bible on my purse, and I ran into a verse, and I can't speak it verbatim, but it basically said what you just said. It said, you know, who among you can't help work this out? You know, why do you have to
Right.
go to somebody else? You know, isn't there at least one among you, even if it's not the two that's in the argument, isn't it one of your friends at least that can help you work it out? Why are you going to people outside, which in this case would be the police? And, you know, and in your case, it's going to the HOA, you know, but regardless, whatever level you put it on, you know, and
And then wanting to bring financial burden on someone, right? Because they understand what they're about to do is to cause someone to be fined, right?
yeah, I
So
couldn't
it,
do that easily. No.
And
That's just like
I'm,
that
I'm
police stuff. I couldn't live with myself if I did that.
I'm kind of a hypocrite because I'm wearing this bracelet, but I've been promoting that people complain all the time, as in file complaints against police officers.
That's
And
well, that's
guys,
okay though.
you guys want a
That's different.
solution right now? This is actually very effective, and I did it in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and it just bogged them the fuck up. And all you got to do is file complaints about every little thing. When you make a complaint, make sure it's just specifically one thing. Unless it's like a serious thing that you're gonna have to do like a lawsuit later on. But like even if a cop gives you a smirk the wrong way, file a complaint. I mean, even the littlest, the tiniest of things, and just do
But
them
it's
individually. Like every
it's
little
them
thing.
against us. It's
They
them
do it
against
us.
us right now. So that's a good thing to file the complaints. It's
And
when it becomes us against us,
yeah,
you know, that's a
right.
problem.
And what this essentially is going to do is that it's going to bog down the town or city lawyers to the point where they can't focus on other things, and they're just looking at these complaints constantly.
And you're going to get sick of it.
Or they're going to have to hire somebody else, and the city council is going to be like, no, we can't afford this. Like, or, you know, it's really funny because it worked really well in Pawtucket. Oh, it just messed them up. So they started throwing cases out because they couldn't deal with it.
It might work up where you from, but down here in Florida, they throw that shit in the trash, don't they?
Yeah, they do, but we
Yeah.
have to keep trying. That's why we can't ever give up.
Mhm.
They won't
I
even
know.
talk to us. We want to file a
I
complaint.
know,
We
and
got
you've been trying
all the
for so many
information.
years.
They won't even talk to us.
And
We
I
made
feel
an
bad even
appointment
saying
with
that
them.
to you, PDF, because I know how many years you've been fighting, and I've been fighting for years too. And a lot
I
of
see
us
the way
have.
it's supposed to be. I see the way everybody out here thinks it is. But in reality, it's not
It's
that
different.
way because they don't follow the law they put on us. They
Sure.
don't.
Exactly.
No, they don't.
So how are you going to
And
fight
that's
somebody
all
if you're playing checkers and they're playing chess? You can't win. There's no freaking
in
way.
reality.
Well, I told you. Oh,
Learn to play chess.
We're
You
playing
can't. They'll
chess.
change the game. They'll be playing football then.
cheating.
You know?
They're not even
No,
in.
don't work.
They're cheating.
I'm a
They're not even
master at
playing.
chess. I'm a chess master. Hardly
Okay,
anyone
so
can beat me playing chess.
and you wouldn't never cheat at chess. They're cheating, which means they're
I
never
can
really going to
cheat at chess.
win. I
right.
don't know, but they're cheating in this shit because they're not following the law. And if we're not all. The problem is we're the opponents yet, but we'll be if we keep doing what we're doing and we all keep
They just
thinking.
arrested Jeff Gray the other week again. I mean, if they're going to arrest photography is not a crime over and over again, do you think they care who you are? Do you think they care about the law?
Do you think I
He's
mean
formidable, is what I'm saying. He's
I
one of the most
mean
formidable people out here, but
I
he's
mean
still getting slapped.
collectively, eventually, it might not even happen in our lifetime, but
No.
I swear I don't see how we can stop waking people up at this point. I don't see how it can stop. If I die tomorrow, if we all die tomorrow, I just mean the people in this room. But those that are out there, there's too many people seeking truth, even if it's not the kind of same truth that we're talking about. And I see too many people, so I do keep seeing them, people waking up. Will they ever be able to win against this evilness? I'm not sure. And for me, it's already kind of laid out the way it's supposed to happen anyway. To me, it seems like the end of times. So I don't really know that what's going to be won. You understand?
You have no idea. Like, so this whole thing, like the mask thing and the vaccine thing is just out of control. And I'm afraid that we're going to be seeing some, it is scary to think about. And I don't want to like speculate too hard. I tell you what, you start altering your spike proteins. The next thing you know, you're not producing viable fertile eggs, or you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to conceive. This is a possibility.
I don't agree with that. I've researched that too, and I don't see any proof or documentation in that ever.
Well, I do know, like tomorrow or today, there's going to be this protest of nurses that are walking out of like one of the best hospitals in the country. That's Dartmouth Hitchcock in Lebanon, New Hampshire. Actually, it's going to be in Concord where the protest is going to be. And they're fed up because they don't have any proof that these things are actually working. I have a friend that's a scientist in the lab there, and he's like, I don't ever see it. I don't ever see these things. We're just told to test these things and come up with a result, but there's no proof of what they're doing. And to this day, like they haven't actually isolated the virus. And this is a fact.
About the people on blood thinners have a less of a chance of getting it because it clots your blood or something. And the people that are older, the ones that are hitting with this stuff more, a lot of them are on blood thinners, and that's not turning out well for them.
No, this is planned. They're
this is very planned, and
they're targeting people.
That we said, let's go back to the beginning of this shit and all the things we said was going to happen. Like, oh, it's going to lead to this. It's going to lead to a vax. It's going to lead to a passport. And everybody said, oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. I've been told I'm crazy for years, but why does it, if I'm so crazy, why does all the things I say is going to happen and they keep happening?
Mm-hmm. They wind up happening.
Right. And when I say me, I mean me and like-minded people, but people in my real life, they watch mainstream news. It's like they live in a whole different world than me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
You know? And
one way to cure the virus is to turn the TV off.
Well, you guys have heard of that PFOS, right?
I'm sorry?
PFOS?
I'm not familiar.
It's a chemical that they used in fire suppression systems, things like that. And the military used it a lot on military bases, training and putting out fires. And so this chemical is very prevalent in a lot of things that we, use on a daily basis. And they call it the forever chemical, right? And it's in our water system, and it's causing blood cancers, everything else. Now, I'm going to link a video here.
Okay. I'm fascinated by this, but
it's amazing.
If there's one reason why we're more receptive to viruses and getting sick is because of antibiotics. Or humanity or humans are getting used to these medications because we keep on developing the antibodies, so you can't like continue to make something. There'll be an end game to that. Like there's never going to be enough. But the truth is like before antibiotics, we had colloidal silver, and you could still use like colloidal silver is amazing. I don't know if you ever used it or
they inject it in cannabis plants to make them to where they're all female, right?
That's right. It's an amazing thing, but it basically encapsulates or it attacks viruses and that and it destroys them, and you just basically filter it through your liver or whatever. I have a whole bunch of it. I have about 6 gallons of it, and I'll give it to animals if I think they need it, like if they're getting sick or like down in the weather, but only you got to get it quick because it's not going to be a cure-all. Or if you have a lot of times, like if I ever have like a little infection on my finger, because you use your hands a lot, right? You get a little cut and it gets infected. You can feel it because it hurts, right? When you ever have a cut that starts to hurt, that's an infection. So you spray it on there, and it's gone. I literally, I've never had like a serious overdone infection, or like you could use it for all kinds of things. I actually I have a friend. I'm not going to say this person's name, but I have a friend that they use it on their sun don't shine area where they have outbreaks every once in a while, right, for herpes. And this person has not had an outbreak since they started using it, and it's fantastic. Like it's encapsulates viruses and all kinds of things. Guys, you should try it.
It said
I
virus.
put that link.
Antibiotics don't work on a virus; it only works on a bacteria.
It's
So
not an
people-
antibiotic. I'm just saying before antibiotics, we use colloidal silver.
I'll comment on what Aussie Angel said about earlier.
Oh,
Yeah, private chat, please, breaking the flaw. Look at this video, and the EPA doesn't want to comment on something that's this harmful to the population, and it's
And I'm gonna share
infiltrating
this
our
in the
water
record.
systems.
all right, I'll check
You
it
know,
out.
they
For
said
sure.
almost
Oh.
every American born now has herpes. Have you heard that?
Yeah,
one?
but it's
Not everyone. I mean, it's in the
They said
mouth, and I
almost
don't have
every
it.
American, almost every
90
American right now.
98% of people, I think it is, or no, it's 8 out of 10, I believe, or whatever that is. I'm not good with numbers. Have the herpes virus on their mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what happened was there used to be two of them. There was 1 and 2. 1 was the oral one. 2 was the not anal, but vaginal or anal one, whatever, or
Yeah.
whatever
Final.
genitalia,
Vaginal.
whatever you have downstairs. Okay.
Is that a
HPV.
virus or a
What?
bacteria? I don't even
No,
know.
HPV is different. I don't know how I know all this. I can't help it. I just research everything, guys. I read so much shit. I've always been a reader. I just read like anything I get my hands on. But anyway, so what happened somehow, I guess, I don't know. The two viruses mixed and mingled, the 1 and the 2. So now if you used to, like if you had a cold sore, which is the 1, the herpes 1, and you like put your mouth somewhere else, lower on somebody, the virus didn't transfer. But now they've married, like, so if you've got
Oh.
one, you've got the other. So if you've got it on your mouth and you go down somewhere from somebody, they can get it. You understand? And almost everybody has cold sores. I personally don't. I am very fortunate because almost the whole world does have cold sores. Not everybody has it on their lower sections. But if anybody ever has a cold sore, please don't let them put their mouth on your lower regions or anywhere else.
The more you know.
Okay. I'll make sure to keep that one in mind.
Why do y'all get quiet? I mean, I'm just
Colloidal silver, guys. I'm telling you.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to give y'all some good education.
Oh, that's great information. Hey, I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's true. And
Nothing
then
about
HPV
it, so.
is completely a separate virus. It cannot. It's actually a separate virus. Well, it's different strains. One of them causes genital warts. I don't know how I know this. This is a shame.
Well, you might be more receptible to get those things when you have one thing. It might
Maybe
that's the way it
possible.
goes.
And I heard then it can cause you to get cancer easier. Women can get cervical cancer if they have HPV.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think you can get cervical cancer if you don't have HPV.
Well, there's a couple things that everyone should know. This is another service announcement. Service announcement. Is that if you eat healthy and exercise and take your vitamins, you're very likely to never show any signs of these things, and you can basically cure anything now. It's amazing. Like there's a lot of holistic stuff out there.
Yeah,
it sounds really gross, but horse urine is a very good cancer killer.
I sweat a lot. I rain. I feel all that poison's coming out of me when I sweat. Plus a little bit of my meanness.
Right.
I got a lot of
Aussie
sweat.
Angel, one form of HPV is genital warts, but there's more than one strain of HPV.
Gotcha.
That sucks, I know. Yeah. Thank God I don't have none of this stuff. My God. I would
All right.
hate that shit.
Topic change.
Please.
Watch
I mean, just facts are facts. I can't stand if
Ugh.
I know something, I have to tell the truth about it. Hey, Crystal Clear Addicts. Yeah, drink whiskey once in a while. And also, I believe very much in the keto eating way. If
Yeah.
you don't know about it, you look into it because they taught us how to eat wrong too. They based it all on one study from one man, and the National Heart Association did. That's why we all eat wrong. So if you want to learn how to eat right, look into keto and don't do it strictly. I wouldn't advise. I
They
don't.
said
you're
Mother
right.
Nature never made a sandwich. People don't understand what the acids in their stomach does. So they eat these different kinds of food, which your acids in your stomach have to change in order to digest. So when they say that Mother Nature never made a sandwich, that means putting bread with meat,
Right.
with cheese, with vegetable. You want to eat certain things together, like say you would eat your meat separate than you would eat your vegetables, because the vegetables have to have a different acid to digest. So your stomach isn't digesting correctly. It has to hold this
That
food,
makes
which sometimes
sense.
starts to rot before it gets digested, because the acids have to digest, say, the meat instead of the vegetable. So your acids change because you have an acid in your stomach that's only there to eat dead things you find along the river. It will digest them. There's
Right.
an acid in
I've
your
been
stomach.
I've been
That
doing
makes
keto. I've been doing keto for about 3 months now, and you have to cheat, because if you don't cheat, you're just gonna
well, that's
really
why
get.
well, see, that's why
Yeah.
you don't call it cheating. I've lost over 100 pounds on it, about 120 to be honest. I
Oh
never
wow!
did try to
Congrats.
do it real strict. First of all, I done told you I'm not good at math, so I'm not. I mean, I'm good at counting money, but that's it. That's because I used to work in stores, and I'm not.
You really
It's
should
not
just trust your body. Like if
right.
you're craving like a candy bar, go get the candy bar, but
I
just
will
know that
never
you can't just
deny.
keep eating candy bars. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I would never deny myself.
Moderation.
Right,
Yes.
and I mainly eat meats and vegetables, and I cut out all the sugar and carbs I can. But if
Hmm.
I want a sweet, guess what? I eat it.
Of course.
And I feel like because I've cut all these sugars and sweets out my diet, I can have that sweet and not worry about it.
Hey, Red Blood
It's all
Squad.
about
You know why?
moderation.
Hey, Red Blood
Yeah.
Squad. You know why the man dies first? Because we want to. That's why.
That's right.
Okay. Look, guys,
Lord.
I'm having a great time, and I'm not really sleepy yet. But my thing, I've got it plugged up, but I don't know if it's because we're running such a long stream, but we're about to run out of power here. So
Damn.
I know it sucks when we get 21 people in here. But so I'm gonna have to end this. If anybody else wants to take it to their room, announce.
Me either, Ashley.
Does any,
No, I'm
PDF, you
calling
want
it
to
a
run
day.
one? Anybody else want to run one?
I'll
'Cause I'm
join
gonna shut
PDFs
this
if he
one.
does. I'm not going to start my own.
PDF,
I don't
you
have
want
no
to run
time
one?
left. I'm done. I'm done
Okay.
for the
All
night.
right,
Well, I'm
guys.
done for the morning. I need to get some rest. I'm gonna try to go out tonight. So I love you all, and I want to thank you all. The panel has been great. I love to have these discussions. Let's stay united, and let's just keep up the good work and keep going for positive change. All right.
Thank you,
guys.
Amy.
Love
Thank
you,
you, Amy,
family.
for
I
having me
You guys are
up.
family.
Yeah,
Love
this has
Breaking
been
the
awesome.
Flaw. First time I've ever got to talk with you, man. And I like what you're doing, man. And I hope we get to do another panel sometime together. Be great.
Right on.
I wish more people were like Breaking the Flaw, because I haven't seen you really
Ah,
do
jeez.
anything that I object to. A lot of these people out here, I really object to things they do, and I'm
Bow
strongly
Hunter.
objective. But Breaking the Flaw, you're pretty much you top of the line for me to watch, man. I have to tell you that, because I've never
Much
really.
respect, man. Much
And I
respect.
still have
You,
Me and
that.
Breaking
you
the
all
Flaw
do
get
great
along
work.
just fine.
I don't
I
know if
still
you're
have that
subscribed to
stick,
my
man.
channel, Breaking the Flaw, but I do run some panels once in a while. So
Private
get a
chat
chance.
that.
I don't
Put
think
your link
I'm
in private.
Yeah, put your link in. I don't think I'm subscribed to your channel, and I'd like to be.
What?
I don't think so.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
First time I've seen
What
you,
you want me to
honestly.
lie? I'm not gonna lie. Y'all are gonna have to realize something about me.
I
Can't
know.
lie, even if
Oh,
it'll help me. Good thing I don't
See,
talk to police, and because first of all, if I did, I wouldn't be lying to them because I'm not doing nothing wrong. You understand? But I just have to tell the truth. I just can't stand
right,
it. It's just in me. I can't help it. It
right.
gets me in trouble sometimes, but usually it comes in handy. But of course, yeah. So let me look real quick. Did you drop a link? Because I wanted to look before I
I
knock off here.
did.
And we're
I
getting
did
into
in private.
Okay, let me make sure.
I'm gonna go back to mask debating. I'm gonna go back to mask debating.
Masturbating.
Mask
Mask
debating.
debate.
Oh, mask
That's a good idea because I
debating.
hate masks.
Yes. What you
hey,
thought I
I
said?
hate masks.
under your
So that's a
blanket
good
with your
idea.
face
Okay,
covered
so I'm gonna put
all
this
night
right
long.
here, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna touch it, and I just want to go over there and see when we're all still here together. Oh, wait a minute.
Hey, could you
Shit.
imagine trying to sleep under your blanket? You know how if it's cold, you put your blanket over your head, try to get warm when you jump into bed, and then all of a sudden it gets hot. You can't breathe under that blanket. It's like, oh, that's the same thing to me as wearing a mask all day long. I mean, you can't breathe. It's like I know someone got their kid who got suspended for 24 hours because they pulled the mask away from their face and tried to get a breath. This little girl, just to try to get some air. They suspended that child for pulling its face mask away from their face so they could get some fucking cool air. This is out of control. This is, I mean, Florida, the governor said you don't have to wear a mask.
All right. Okay, we're
I
down
like
to
that
10%.
masturbate thing. I like
And
that.
we're plugged in. So I'm going to let you guys go. I don't know why this is happening. I think it's because we've got so many people here, to be honest, and that's a good thing. But I appreciate you all, and
Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you, Amy.
And I am subbed now. Don't you worry.
Thank you, Amy. All right.
You guys.
Talk to you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Chat. Thank you, Springs, and all my mods. I love you guys. Bye.
Okay, Michael. Thanks, Michael.